Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, about now, about now, about now.
Hello, love.
Hello.
What up, everybody? This is your boy Joe Young with my boy Anteta. Back again on the Big Focus with Snapshot Studios, baby.
Woo! Hot event. Hot
It's
summer, Joe Mamba.
It's been a hot summer.
It's been a hot summer. How have you
It
been?
is still sizzling. It is still sizzling.
How have you been?
But
How was that loan move?
how was the loan move? The loan move was not too bad. It was good. It was good. I kind of learned a lot. And
All right,
welcome
good.
back.
All
It
right,
feels
come back. Let's
back
come
to
back
be
to the
home,
fold.
man.
Yes, it's
Yep,
always
welcome
good
back.
to welcome you back home. This is where you definitely belong. Joe Mamba is back with Snapshot Studio. So go tell your friends, run down the street, tell everybody that we are back in full force. And Joe, right now
Definitely.
we have revamped the show. It's just not the two of us. There's just gonna be
Yes,
mumbling away and flapping our gums, right? Because
definitely.
when the two of us are in the show, it spells trouble enough. But why not we triple that trouble, Joe?
And we make it triple.
Yes.
Who shall we bring it to triple it up?
Okay. Let's go. Okay, we place in the newest phase, the latest edition last. All right. So
Okay,
let's bring it. The latest one we put last lah.
All right.
Because I
It's
don't
still
think
family, it's still
anybody will
family.
be interested also to look at him. All right. Judging by
Yeah,
the team
maybe.
he support. Oh, but maybe now people will be keen, Joe. Just because they might be a big player in the market.
You never
so
know. You never know.
You never know, or you never walk alone.
But before that, I think there's only one person who can answer that.
Okay.
Let's bring that guy. Maybe
Let's
he will
bring-
answer.
Do
What
that.
is it?
What?
Please.
We give Snapshot Studio Jeff.
Yo.
Jeff.
Yup.
Extra shiny today, Jeff.
That's why they
Come
call me
on.
Mat Silau, bro. You know
Mat
Mat
Silau.
Silau is trending around in Singapore and Malaysia. So they call me Mat Silau here in Malaysia, bro.
Hey, Jeff, I just want to cut the chase, all right? I want to dive deep into it right now. Community Shield. Is it really that important?
Yep.
Why are you
In re-
guys gloating and boasting as if this is your Champions League final? You lost the Champions League final. Is this your redemption?
In regards to whether it's Liverpool, Man City, Fulham, Wigan, or whichever club wins the Community Shield, everyone's going to talk about it and say, it's just a shield, what? It's just a Community
it's
Shield,
shield,
what?
what?
Charity, what?
What is there
But
to
if
celebrate?
you look at the night, Man City and also Liverpool both actually feel a team that wants to win the Charity Shield. So
Uh-huh.
it's not about winning the Charity Shield, but the fact that we beat Man City
Oh.
Yep,
before the season start
Wait.
shows that it is something for us to
Jeff,
actually.
Jeff,
Wait.
Can
And
you...
the
Joe.
fact that this game didn't end in penalties
Yes.
is another thing. It's something to talk about. But guys, listen.
Who did they beat?
Who did they beat?
Who did they beat?
Let me get the guy to bring him in. Let me get the guy to bring him in. Bro, you are ready to come in? Okay, you're coming in. Let's go.
Wait, we've got Zami. Wait, Halando. So that's why we are going to call him right now. Halando.
Halando. Zamdo.
Zami, are you now well
Well.
recovered from the defeat, that chastening result? Being put
Well,
to
it's
the sword by
an opening
Liverpool.
season.
by a moneyless Liverpool. Not moneyless,
Come on.
moneyless
Come on.
Liverpool.
You were going on and on about it. Come on, Zami.
Zab, come on, Zab. Speak the truth, Zab.
It's
Did it
just a charity shit. But no lah. But to be honest with you,
Uh.
I think Liverpool was sharper than City lah. Obviously, you can see from let's not take the win. Let's not put the Community Shield out of the picture, because I think
Okay.
when United was winning it back to back, I think United fans were celebrating it. So
Alamak.
yeah.
This is between City and Liverpool, though.
Worthy
Okay,
celebrating.
no, a trophy is a trophy lah. Let's
No
give it.
matter what,
let's give it.
no matter what, you can never get us out of your mind. I get it, man, Zami. I get it. It's
Noisy
okay.
neighbors, brother.
Okay. Win the Champions League, then you can probably join me and Jeef in the same table. Yeah?
I'm staying out of the conversation.
Hey, guys, listen. We've talked about Community Shield. We've talked about Champions League. Wait, hold up. There's one more club that actually won a Champions League, right?
Definitely not me.
But then, but it's okay. We shall not talk about that other club that won a Champions League. But there's another club rich in history.
Yep.
Yep.
Without too many trophies to actually boast, though.
Yes. But the thing is, who needs trophies when you have money?
Oi,
Yeah.
Joe.
Who needs trophies?
Don't.
Look at it. They can buy 1 million of United. They could buy millions of Liverpool. They could buy millions of Arsenal. They could buy millions of City. Who needs trophies when you have money? I think there's only one person who can answer that.
I think you bring that guy in. I need to speak to that guy.
Should we bring him in, Jeff? Should we bring him in?
Introducing the Habibi from
Introducing our brand new signing that's coming in.
The brand new one.
And come on, baby. Hit it.
Habibi, I'm mulai.
What's up, Sunil? Welcome
Sunil.
to the Big Focus, my brother.
What's up? Good to be back, guys.
Hey.
How are you doing, bro? So you need to answer this question yourself, bro. Is money enough or trophy matters?
Coming soon.
What is coming soon?
What is coming soon, Habibi?
The trophies will be coming soon. Yeah. Trophies will be coming soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Trophy
Money
will be
is-
trophy at the expense of Man City, of course, because if they are going to win the trophy or a trophy, then it's going to come at the expense of either Liverpool or Manchester City. And that's why, Joe, this season we have actually prepared this lineup. We purposely bought Sunil in because I think it's safe to say that we all would see Sunil right now, especially Newcastle, as the biggest potential disruptor for this season. All right, so that's why we purposely put him in between Man City and also Liverpool. Because you know what, your team, Manchester United, and my team, Arsenal,
Nothing.
we are not into this life.
Then
We
we
are
bring him
not
on.
into the W life.
This is
Oh,
the better lineup.
Yes, this is the better
This is
lineup.
better.
Joe.
Yeah.
All
This is
right.
better.
So we have another one.
We have another one, but he's taking a break right now. He'll
Another
be back later.
Yes,
He needs
so-
to feed his lions, is it?
So why not? While waiting for him, let's go through the first agenda right now for today, which of course his team was not involved. Okay. I just want to quickly chat on this one, all right, which is the Community Shield.
Let's
Community
go.
Shield. Let's go. Let's get this off our chest. We speak to the winners first. All right, which
Yep.
is of course Jeff, Community Shield. Talk to me, man, about the game. I watched the game. Gotta be honest though, I didn't watch it in full. But then again, I watched the first half of it. You guys really flew off the blocks, man. Really started really, really strong. Liverpool. Talk to me.
Yep. Actually, if you ask me, the whole highlight of the game is the moment when Klopp brought in Darwin Núñez at the 57 minutes. And the moment Núñez came into the team, you can see a lot of changes in the gameplay. We got better. He made a lot of good runs, creating spaces. Everyone says that he's the perfect, he's a good number 9, a proper striker that Liverpool never got. But he shows on that day that he's more than a striker. He can make runs down the wing. And he can also do the Firmino role where, you disrupt the center half of the opponent defense so that there's space for your wingers to actually cut in, which he actually do that. So it's impressive, and overall, I couldn't be happier. I think it's a good start. 3-1 win over Man City. Man City played really well as well. You can't take that off them because you can see there's a lot of chances is there for them to score, but too bad they are not clinical enough. They did not make use of the chances. Therefore,
Too bad, huh?
they were But
The subtle diss.
overall, it's a good game.
Live today.
Like, what's the use of having that striker?
Yeah.
That striker that's supposed to come in and rock Premier League right?
Hey,
to
that's
its core.
that's the same thing you guys said about Darwin Núñez when we lost 4-0
Okay.
in a friendly.
Wait.
We go
The day
on
you
and
do the Twitter world, no. We are not
You
football,
guys said
baby.
it's a
We
waste
ain't
of money.
doing that.
I heard a lot
No,
of
no.
Man United
If I were
fans
to-
saying
if I were
it's
to
a waste of
clearly
money.
take out a certain someone from Clubhouse that we
Uh-huh.
did 3 months ago.
Hey, Joe,
Your
control.
particular fan.
Joe, control, Joe.
Let's not go there. Let's not
Don't,
go
don't,
there.
don't
Right? Let's not
expose
go
him.
there,
Don't
right?
expose him just yet. Hey, but I've got a bone to pick, man. All right, not because Liverpool won it, but because of the extra exuberant celebration by Darwin Núñez. Sunil, he
I think he's the only
celebrated.
one to say that.
He celebrated as though he won the Champions League final. Sunil, you
I
have to
saw
come in. You gotta come in and settle the score right now.
I saw the
Why?
memes. I saw the
Why
memes.
was he overly excited, Sunil?
I think for him it's just that he's got the weight off his back lah. Finally someone he gets a trophy, so as to speak. he was biting.
Audacity, you have to do this.
He was biting the medal and everything. So
Biting
okay
the
lah,
medal.
okay lah, give it to him. Like,
No lah. To be fair to Darwin Núñez, he's a
Uh,
boy from Uruguay, and then he moved to
yeah.
Portugal. I can guarantee you that he don't even watch the Premier League growing up as a kid.
Yeah, usually
Alright,
they watch
and
the
moving-
Ligas.
Yes, they are usually a fan of Real Madrid or Barcelona and this kind of thing.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
moving to England, and I don't know, maybe he's not aware that Charity Shield is just, like how they say it, it's just a
Curtain-
charity shield.
Curtain
yeah.
raiser lah.
But
curtain raiser.
again, you have seen other clubs winning the Charity Shield and their players go crazy celebrating and
Like
posting
who?
it all over social media as well.
Like which team, Jeff? Maybe you want to disclose the name?
You have Man United, Arsenal celebrating it before as well.
We celebrated, Jeff.
You
We
guys
cele-
celebrated every single title that you guys can win, even if it's, let's say it's an Audi Cup.
Oh, no, not Audi Cup. No, Audi Cup is Spurs. Don't get us mixed up, okay?
No
Same
lah.
town,
Simple.
different trophies. Okay.
But let's hear it from Zami.
Zami, yes. Listen,
Zami, I mean, you were in the end of it, man. You were in the receiving end
Paisi.
of that wild celebration, man. But his tattoos were wild. I mean, come on, talk to us, Zami. When that hit 3-1, bam, diving header.
I think the fact that when I saw how City started off the game and Liverpool started off the game strong, I can see that the difference in terms of like, I think with the topic that we're gonna talk later, preseason games are important in that sense. But that's for another topic later. Okay,
Okay.
but
Alright.
talking about the game, I think Liverpool was clearly the better team, fitter team. I think they play as a unit. If you look at it, apart from Darwin Núñez, is practically the same Liverpool squad without money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
True.
for City, however, I think you see that because we haven't been playing with a striker for the longest time, and Haaland is there, a pure striker. I think definitely is gonna be
It's a brand new experience, right?
It's a brand new
For-
experience,
for
definitely.
all
you
of
know?
them. Yeah.
So I think, and you look at it with the way that they were playing, somehow or other, I think with two friendlies prior to the Community Shield, I think it's still a work in progress for City and for Haaland to click lah. So I think with the fact that 3-1 score, personally, it's a fair result for Liverpool, definitely. I mean, not taking it away.
Hey, but you see, it's not only. I mean, the subplot was definitely Núñez versus Haaland, right?
Yeah.
But I think that one little guy from Argentina actually stole the thunder. Stole the limelight.
Oh,
Alvarez.
Limelight.
Dude, that's what you want in a player, especially in your attacking front, right? He was tenacious. We really love his industry, and the
Feisty.
way he scored his goal, that
Yeah.
was really exemplary. If you need to know anything about Julian Alvarez, that was all in one package. That bloody goal, the way he and he started from
you look
halfway
at it,
line,
yeah.
winning the ball.
Because for him, right, I think he's the player that Pep loves. And I think the fact that he says that his idol is Aguero, I think he
Sure.
knows that he said that's the reason why he did the Spider-Man celebration.
I thought Pep loves money.
Very rich coming from my neighbor across.
Yes, very rich coming from a Manchester United fan.
It's been long,
No, but I think if you were to ask us, you have to ask City fan, right? I think Alvarez will be the dark horse in City lah. To be honest with you,
Dark
because
horse?
now, because you see, if you look at it, right, Pep has a lot of options up front. If you look at it, we started off with Gucci Boy, Haaland and Mahrez. I'm gonna call him Gucci Boy, man. 100 million, Gucci.
Still waiting for him to deliver, Joe.
Yeah.
Still waiting,
No, but then when Foden came in, Alvarez came in, then you see the whole City dynamic change.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel that I would say that a win's a win for Liverpool. I'm not going to take it away, but City still has a long way to go. Maybe another 2-3 friendlies under the belt. Then we'll see how the season goes lah. You know, I'm
Okay
not
lah.
going to
So you
see
guys
much of
got
it.
still friendlies? Or you mean your first league game is a friendly as well?
Uh, I mean,
They,
when,
they usually treat it as a friendly when it comes to the
That
league.
arrogance. Yeah, usually they do. They usually kickstart their season like after December.
After
yes.
December,
Yeah.
true.
After
Quite true,
December.
quite true. Hey, but Joe, in all seriousness, is there anything that we can read? Is that a big indication of how this title ship or the title premiership, how is it going to pan out? The whole challenge between Man City and also Liverpool.
I think it's pretty obvious, right? Like it's going to be City and Liverpool all the way, and that's a clear class that you see from how Liverpool played, and the fact that a lot of people, I think, scrutinizing how Nunes was celebrating. It is in him, like the fella was having a horrendous preseason, and to score that in Wembley, right? In Wembley,
I know.
No, they play at Leicester, King Power.
Leicester, King Power.
okay, yeah. So
Because
to play in that kind of
football
big
came
stadium-
home. Football
Oh,
came home at
yeah,
Wembley.
but to play in that kind of stadium, in that kind of atmosphere, for him, it's like a final. I know he took it serious, and to come in as a sub and to score a goal
Ooh.
and to hit that winning goal, diving header, I had to give it to him. If Haaland were to do that in the 90th minute, I think he would have done the same as well.
Nah, he will be zen.
I think because these two number nines, like it's like how Grealish came in, it's like how those top players when they came to England, and then all the medias are like all eyes on them. Literally, they look at the media going against Nunes. Fella just missed a few shots in training, and boom, everyone is like going haywire with him. So he needed to take that off his check, like what Sunil said. So it is what it is, but there's a certain club that I feel may strike a little bit fear into these clubs.
And who's that?
I
Who do you
think
reckon?
It'll be West Ham, man. I know you guys would have thought that
West Ham.
but it's West Ham.
Joe,
I've
you
got my
serious?
money on Hammers,
West
man.
Ham.
West Ham. Just because you have Jesus and Mohamed in your club doesn't mean you're going to be
You have
baptized.
just hammered yourself, by thinking that the Hammers can do anything substantial in this league. But Joe, we are about to move to the next topic.
Exactly. Let's
But
see that.
before we do on, all right, maybe we can get you yourself. All right, this is your duty for tonight to read some of the good comments, the good ones.
I think the first one we need to hit is
gonna be a heartbeat.
Side Faris.
Oi,
The heartbeat of Nap Shot.
Yeah.
Oi.
Oi,
Right.
oi, skinhead, huh?
skinhead,
Oi, oi.
Thank you. Spoken like a two, Fabrizio. I hope you maintain that and stop posting so much about United. Let's be general, all right? And this guy, he's always here. Victor Sim, Matt Shot, you've been missed. Welcome back, guys. Thank you. And oh my God, look at that. He's been going on and on with. But let's not forget. Yeah, he's literally summarizing. Like,
let me do the honor to repeat after
Yes,
him.
Jif, go.
Yeah.
Okay,
Darwin
great.
Nunes, Darwin Nunes, Darwin Nunes, Darwin Nunes, Darwin Nunes.
And with that, all right, we shall see you all next week, 9 p.m. same time. Big Focus.
Thank you so
man,
much for
but-
catching up with us.
Okay, bye.
Next week. And one last one. Zami, before we wrap this Community Shield up, it will take
Balik.
time for City to adapt a proper 9. Yep, true.
Definitely.
From the striker last
Agree,
season.
agree.
So tell us, man, I feel there was some glimpse of it where KDB just couldn't link up well with Haaland. Do you
Yep.
think that could be an issue, though? That not once, like 3 times. And he was pissed off.
I think we are looking too much into the fact that you see like what I said, City had two friendlies prior to the Community Shield, and I think the first game Haaland didn't play because I think against Club America he didn't play only until when Bayern Munich then he
Bayern,
played.
yep.
So I think we cannot base on that fact where just one game trying to link up then you say that they are tension. But I mean we are fans lah, I think at the end of the day when good players, the difference between good players and us is that when they click they will click. Yeah. So I mean for Alif, yeah lah, definitely. Any new players will definitely have to adapt to the team lah, to the team plays.
All right. So, of course, give Erling Haaland a bit of time. All right. Just
Give Haaland a time.
relax. Give him a bit of time.
Nunes a time. But I think there's a certain number 9 that we need to introduce right now that is way better, way bigger. Man has been trying to keep fit right now. He's in pre-season. He's
Number 10 Joe,
he's a
number 10,
10.
number 10,
Number
number
10.
10.
He goes by the name which is called Chukwuemeka Macha.
Hey,
Nothing on my side.
Joe. Also, Joe. Recently, right, we've heard that one of his fans actually called in and said that his team actually stands a very good chance in winning
Oh,
the
that
title.
video, yeah.
Okay.
They say that Villa stand
Yeah.
a good chance of top 3.
Ah.
Let's hear it from him.
Oh,
Let's hear it
Villa.
from him.
Oh, he's a Villa
Let's hear it
fan.
from him.
Let's go. Tips in the house. Tips.
You need to unmute yourself first. You need to unmute. and then do it.
All we saw was your
For
mouth.
all the introduction that we did for you, all you got to do is cock up how Aston Villa always cocks up. My goodness.
It's
No,
still
You
Steven
come
Gerrard.
back later then. You wear earpiece and you come back later. You're out of this, man.
Must be the Gerrard sleep lah.
Must
Joe,
be. And we've got someone here by the name called Fully Loaded FPL. I think I know and we know who this is.
Yeah.
Yes, Anwari.
This guy knows a very good massage place in Johor.
Oh,
I
I
think
recall,
so, no?
right?
I think so.
Ooh,
Exactly. And he
dangerous,
always
dangerous.
does this. All right, let's go. Let's hit up the next topic.
All right,
man.
let's go on. All right, I think this ties in really nicely. If it wasn't for him cocking up that one opportunity to introduce
Exactly.
himself, because we are going to touch lightly. All right, we're just going to grace this topic. Will it still be a 2-horse race for the title, boys? Is it going to be the same old boring league formation?
Let's
Man
ask
City, Man City comes in, and then all of a sudden they will give a bit of chance for Liverpool to come in, and then all of a sudden it becomes a mega drama. Oh, who's gonna win the title? Who's gonna win the title? Is it gonna be like that this season, Sunil?
I think like from the Charity Shield, you saw like these two teams. They have the depth in the squad, and I don't think anyone comes close to them yet.
Yep.
All right. I mean, there's been a lot of signings. Man United signed a few players. Arsenal signed a few players. Arsenal did very well for preseason.
Really?
Season champions. huh?
Jesus, what?
Unbeaten, huh?
7 goals, 3 assists.
2 cups, remember, fully loaded. Can
so
you
that-
sing
7
that?
goals, 3 assists, 2 cups. Beat that, man.
Doesn't
Exactly.
matter. All right. Before we kick a ball proper, 2 trophies already loaded.
But yeah, I mean, you look at them. I think they are still quite ahead of the pack, lah. You know, I don't see anyone coming. I mean, I thought Chelsea would do some wonders, but they did nothing in this window.
Hijack what? Sunil, they've been hijacking.
Yeah, Barcelona has just been like picking all their players. But yeah, the two of them are leagues ahead, lah. You know, for now.
For now. Hey, Joe, but I don't know about you, man. All right, because I know for sure I'm very realistic when it comes to Arsenal's chance to go anywhere close, all right, to the pinnacle.
We are
But
quite realistic.
Yeah, but when it comes to viewing pleasure as a fan, do you think it's exciting? Let's take it all the way back to last season. Okay, the title was only decided end of or probably the last match, right? It was only decided then with
The
few
last
minutes left, and then came Gundogan. But for you yourself, do you think that's good enough for us to be rewatching the same old narrative, Man City, Liverpool, Man City, Liverpool? And do you think it's the same old script or narrative that will again pan out itself again for this season?
I think it's fine. They have been watching us winning for many years. So us. I say us. Us as in you.
You and me. Okay.
And me. We are together in this.
Yeah,
Correct?
yeah,
We are
yeah. You've been
together
out on loan for too long,
Yeah.
right?
I've been
Now the
out
chemistry is
on
gone.
loan for too long. But the thing is, it's always nice to see like games grinding all the way to the end, because we thought City is going to run away with the league after Christmas.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then Liverpool came back, bam,
Yep.
15 points, right, Jif? 15
Yep.
points, and then they cut it short all the way to 1 point, and it was a game. And when they met as well, it was a solid game that they played. So I don't think that I will feel that it's boring. I think on a neutral perspective, that there will be like those those hardcore friends whereby they're like, I'm not going to watch the last game of the season. But as a football perspective, I think it's nice. Who wants to see the league ending in February like the French league? It's boring. So from a neutral perspective, it's nice to see all the way to the end. On the last day, it was like the relegation was settled.
But do you remember? But do you remember the WhatsApp messages that was going through our group?
It
When
was madness. huh?
When Man City was down and Liverpool nearly went ahead.
And Haizam was
Everybody-
like,
He was under pressure, bro.
This is what Haizam said. Yeah, typical City.
Yeah. Typical
And
City.
Chief,
Sunil, at that time, right? At that time, Haizam felt money couldn't buy anything.
hey, but Joe, what is more?
Hey.
The Rock has come back.
Oh, the Rock is back. No, you know why? because you finally changed your name to Dibundia. And
What
then
the hell is Dipun? Bro, it sounds very wrong when I want to
Okay.
pronounce it as an
Okay,
Indian.
how do you
Is-
pronounce it then? Correct me.
The Buendia.
Dibuendia.
The
Buendia.
Buendia.
Guys, this show is PG, PG-16 or whatsoever. So it sounds very wrong. I will try my best to say the bunde,
The Buendia.
the bundaya.
You need to have some Argentinian roots, bro.
I can't handle this shit. All right, but then, welcome back, man. Welcome back online.
I heard some things like this team, that team. How come my team wasn't hyped up?
Wait. No. You don't need to hype up your team, tips, because your team, all right, one of your fans has already hyped your team up by
Yes.
calling into TalkSport and saying that we have a chance to win the league. Aston Villa.
That is not a Villa fan. He's probably a Birmingham fan. This guy's trying to bring disgrace to the Villa name. But you all know something or not?
Yes.
Just now when I came in, right? Just before I came in, all the hype that was given, and then I came in, I fell flat. That was
Why?
Villa. That is Villa every freaking season, man.
Is that Villa or the manager, your gaffer? Every single time when he's about to win the league,
In
and then he
Stevie
does
G,
a
we
tips.
trust, bro. In Stevie G, we trust. Stevie G, Claret and Blue Army, huh?
Hey,
One
but
day
tips.
boys are up and down, huh?
Hey,
I mean, my goodness.
Suddenly, I
Villa
also
Pool.
heard you all say
Uh,
between Man City and Liverpool, then you all say a new horse comes in and then
yeah.
how come never include Villa?
An old horse.
Never
Give
mind.
face lah. First episode lah, tips.
Okay.
We just getting the toxic out,
Okay,
toxic
okay,
out of the
okay,
system
okay,
right now.
okay,
Hey,
We
but
got
tips,
next one,
yeah, we want to ask this question, man. We want to hear from you as well, right?
Right.
Would it still be a two-horse race for the title, or do we see right now a dark horse coming into the frame, and
Then
maybe
on top got one
just
dark horse, beside you got one lion.
no. The only horse about him, all right, about Newcastle is the seahorse on the bench. That's the only horse you're getting from Newcastle. Seahorse. But yeah, tips. Going back to the brief, man. Do you see any dark horse actually coming and spoiling the party slightly?
Let's be honest, lah. It's not gonna happen. It's gonna be a City
Hey, you know,
Liverpool.
hey, but in all seriousness, right? Many people have actually talk up Spurs and Antonio Conte. If there's one manager that has the experience to actually win the Premier League title, it has been
Spurs.
Conte. And if you look,
That's true.
at how he has actually transformed Spurs from the time he took them over, and remember, he bought in only two players in Kulusevski and also Bentancur. That's it, and he sealed top four. So
Yep.
because top four looks like a long shot when he took over, and then he did almost the unthinkable, because the guy that was going for fourth was Arsenal. If it was any other team, then probably he would not have sealed Champions League. Okay, Jif, you're not supposed to laugh. Okay, you were supposed to sympathize with me. But that's it. Conte, are we not giving him any prayers, or are we not rating his chance?
Conte is he's a good manager, lah. Like I've said many times before, I've always wanted him. But yeah, Villa aside. But if you're talking about sustainability, right, over a 38 game week period,
Okay.
that, like he did it with Chelsea. Yes, he did it with Chelsea. He won the league with Chelsea. He's won the league with Milan in Italy. But this is the EPL that we're talking about. At the end of the day, can he do that with Spurs? That is the biggest question. I think and Klopp, they are well equipped for this battle. For the past 5-6 years. With Conte, it remains to be seen. But honestly, if you ask me a dark horse, I'm gonna put my money on Chelsea again.
Chelsea. Are they going to hijack the Premier League title and then only Barcelona to come in?
On loan.
Because they got Chukwuemeka. The fella's gonna warm the bench and he's gonna cheer them on. The number one. Stamford Bridge.
It's always about Aston Villa, right? Last season, Joe, it was all about Jack Grealish. Yeah,
No,
heartbroken.
Grealish broke. Guys, Sunil, Jiv, and Zam. Zam, you don't need to know you are the main culprit here. When Jack Grealish signing was happening, right? Man was very strong,
problem.
loyal. He's gonna stay.
boy.
But the moment he signed, right, he was broken. The reason why he's behaving like this when his player is signed by another club is because it's
Jack
because
Grealish.
of-
But the best part, Joe, he will always say, "No, guys, I've already moved on." As soon as Jack Grealish does something bad, hey, Zam, look at this. Look at Jack Grealish. Look at Jack Grealish. But no, I moved on.
But look at him. Look at him. He's gonna perform this season. No, he's gonna tear up the league. Gucci boy.
Gucci boy. But you know what? Sometimes, right, we need a bit of humor in our life. All right. And why not? Taking from this comment. Not a
6-8
two.
title fight.
6-8 title fight because GGMU is involved.
Bila,
Hey, Joe.
bro. That's
Joe,
it.
come on,
Let's
Joe.
go.
GGMU. The Ten Hag pool. Skull emoticon. Come on. Are we not rating the
See, look at that.
Dutchman?
If Jeeves
The
can do
maestro.
it, I think Eric Ten Hag can do it, man. Come on.
What has he got to do with Jeep anyway?
Yeah, I'm so confused right now.
No. He was talking about the hairstyle, definitely.
Yeah.
He was referring to the hairstyle.
The ball is back.
Hey, wait. Manchester United. You guys actually trump Liverpool. Hey, not many teams can actually do that. 4-0. Comfortable. And it's our own backyard as well. In Singapore, can you sing that or not? The Bangkok. Is it called the Bangkok Cup?
Bangkok lah.
Banging cock in Bangkok.
The Bluetooth Stadium trophy lah.
That pre-season, right, is their manager that Picha Lobang.
Ah,
Is their manager. It was
Let-
Klopp that Picha Lobang.
okay, let's talk about that. I don't want to get involved.
You see, I'm pretty sure my fans were pretty chill. But because Kloppo come in and say, if it's United, it's not a friendly.
Yeah.
We said, look at it. I was fearing the worst when I was thinking, shit, that's it, it's game. We're going to kena 5-0 again, and the preseason couldn't start any worse.
Well, for the price of the tickets, I think he had no choice but to say that lah. To hype out those people who spend so much money
Exactly. So
paying
right
for
now,
a ticket that costs more than the Champions League final.
but the fact they say, so it was 3-0 first, right? And then the Avengers came in.
The Avengers, 60 minutes.
Avengers came
Yeah.
in, and then they lost to our kids also.
Yeah.
So how?
It is what it is, but it's pre-season. We don't really take it too
But it's
serious.
pre-season to you, Joe. But it's not pre-season to some United fans. Because like
I
Farish
have seen
said,
some. I've
because
seen
like what
some.
Farish had asked, right?
I was close to deleting them off my Facebook. But
His friend can never stop reminding him of the 4-0 result. That's
maybe these are the fellows who haven't kicked the ball in their life.
maybe we want to invite them for Wednesday night game, huh? Maybe they can. Maybe we should.
There are a lot of people who can't kick a ball in real life, and they talk as though they are the freaking ITK of football. No pun intended.
Don't start shit.
Sounds like they were born in Twitter hospital.
Hello, fireman. There's a fire.
This one
I'm
go.
feeling hot right now, man. I'm sweating.
You are in the firing hole.
Right, guys. Hey, Chelsea don't look like the finished article and still getting Werner off the books on loan back to former club Leipzig.
Werner is back on loan.
No.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Yeah.
Leipzig wants to buy him, but I think
Yep.
working with Chelsea in terms of the design.
Yep.
EPF is back.
We can come back here again on 23rd of August. And then settle this over 5 weeks back. On lah. On. No problem lah. Okay. So we want to hear from everybody before we move on to the next topic. Zam,
Let's go.
2-horse race. Again,
No
yes
lah,
or no?
no.
Quickly.
Yes or no?
No.
Sometimes I don't understand why I even ask questions, to Zami.
Then you
Because
ask
I
what?
know he will do the reverse. He will
You
never
still
read
haven't
Man
learned your
City.
lesson.
Yeah, that's why Tips? 3 years
long
doing
already?
this.
Still haven't learned your lesson.
Always.
Why you ask this
How about you?
question?
2-horse race.
Okay. Joe, we change. Let's name one dark horse. All right, start with Zami. Let's go, Zam.
Maybe one dark horse.
Aston Villa.
It's really dark. I don't.
Hey, this Habibi, you tell him he's starting a war. This Habibi starting a war.
You are starting a war. Today, how about you? A dark horse.
Wow. I think I
Go
might.
Newcastle.
I won't say Newcastle. I would say probably if Conte can get his new players in, I think, and they can play well, if they can click. I say Spurs, man.
Spurs, okay? Spurs, all right.
Jeff.
Before we go to Jeff, also those who are watching us right now, Joe, let's not forget about them. We've got about 14 million. Let's pump in the share button, right? Click the like, click the share. That is really imperative for us to grow. If you like this content, because when I took a long hiatus, every day you guys be asking, when are you guys coming back? Where's the big
Yes,
focus?
exactly.
Are you guys coming back? Is Joe part of the setup now? Right? So why not do us a big favor? All right, it's free of charge anyway. Why not share this content and increase the number? Okay, and we also want to hear from you. Of course, we want this to be a big inter dialogue, not a monologue just between the six of us. Name it in the comment as well. One dark horse that you reckon personally can actually be the party pooper, right, for Premier League this season. And we are talking about being top of the podium, the champions. All right. Jif, let's go.
I'm gonna say Arsenal.
Ooh, Jif.
I think Arsenal make a really good signing. They sign players to fix the team. Because player like Zinchenko to fix the Tierney issue that they're having, who is out on injuries. They bring in Jesus, who is really good as well. He can show
They
he
brought
can
him
score
because
goals.
Mohamed was there.
And having Fabio Vieira together with Odegaard in the midfield, two brilliant playmaker. So I think Arsenal will be in the mix.
Real recognized real. Game recognized game.
Yeah, come back when you win the Champions League. Yeah.
I was just about to say to you, check your bank account right now, Jif. I've already transferred some fund.
Before we go, Jif, Zami, that was for An, not for you. So lepak, relax sudah. We got guilty a bit, huh?
Guilty pleasure.
Jif, how about you?
Okay, in all honesty, I think my dark horse, right, someone who can probably get crashed if that happens, I think is Arsenal as well. The signings of Zinchenko and Jesus, right, I think the two have played well. They've worked under Arteta and Man City as well, so I think they should be someone you should watch out for. And also keep in mind, guys, World Cup
Aston Villa.
December,
Aston Villa.
November, December.
Okay.
Aston Villa.
Oh no, I
World
thought
Cup, November, December.
watch out
So-
for Aston Villa. No,
So plus, City and Liverpool might lose, a lot of players for the World Cup. We don't know how they're going to come back. So
True. That's a
Yeah.
big factor. That's a big factor, right? In terms
Yep.
of just how the whole title challenge will actually shape up.
exactly.
I think it hinges a lot on World Cup. What kind of condition these players are coming back from, and of course the top clubs, they will have most of their players out.
Yep.
In terms of national commitment. So yeah, that's a very good one. But you mentioned Arsenal. I like it. Jif mentioned Arsenal. I like it. Sunil didn't mention Arsenal. He mentioned Spurs. I hate him. All right. I'll go.
What about you then,
I'm being no, okay. I don't want to be biased. Okay.
You gonna
Make it
say
a hat-trick
Spurs?
then.
Just
What?
say it lah.
You're gonna say
Why
Spurs,
do I
right?
feel like I want to say Arsenal? No. But okay, I don't think if it's Chelsea, then Chelsea wouldn't be considered as a dark horse, right? Because every single time when there's the third favorites, we will always name Chelsea.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I've got this really sneaky hunch that Spurs are going to disrupt the party. Not winning it. Right?
Just disrupt it.
In a true Spurs fashion, they will be there. All right, they will be making a big song and dance about it. But that's it. They're gonna leave. That's it. But I think they will be there or thereabout. I hate to say it, man. But Spurs, man, and there's the Conte effect. And I was looking at some of their preseason guys. I don't know whether you watched some of them. Harry Kane and also Son, razor sharp. It's as though they have never stopped playing. There was no preseason for them, and the way they play, and Harry Kane has been scoring goals. So that is, I think, indicative enough in terms of how they are going to perform. And you add Richarlison into the score, you know how annoying that guy can be,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah,
Bissouma,
yeah,
boys.
yeah.
Why are we not talking about
And
Bissouma?
Yeah, correct. They
So-
actually good signings though.
Yeah, so
Good
considering all that factors, I think maybe Spurs will be there or thereabout. But they will not finish with the cigar because the cigar will always be in Pep's mouth.
Okay, finally, Joel, for you.
Yes, Joe. No Manchester United, of course.
I'm going with Hammers, man. Look at that. They just signed Scamacca. I think that Italian boy can kind of make this Premier League light up.
But
I think
Joe,
after
you see,
Haaland,
this is where
after Nunes, I think Scamacca is someone who can light the Premier League. So, and also like what Sunil said earlier in the lobby before we went live, they also buy this Lille midfielder, Onana. So they are making good
Onana,
decisions.
Onana.
They
But-
could
but-
be
but
saying
Joe,
Onana at the end of the season.
Joe. Very quickly, if you're talking about Italians, right? You're talking about Scamacca, firing up the league.
Yeah.
But how many Italians?
Not
have-
many.
Exactly,
Yes.
the last 10 years. And when it comes to buying strikers, West Ham don't have the best record.
Yeah, they don't. You know.
They
Hey, you know
Don't
what?
have the best record.
Scamacca is their 20th strikers, that they have actually
Yeah.
signed in this
True.
modern
Yeah.
era.
No, but you look at Antonio.
And we still talk about Paulo Di Canio.
Antonio-
And we still talk
Antonio
about Paulo Di
wasn't a
Canio.
striker. Yeah,
Yeah, but
and
the thing
Antonio
is,
wasn't
I
a striker.
kind of feel that he can fit the system though in the Hammer system.
Okay.
These kind of underrated fellas.
If there's anything to go by, right? You talk about Italian striker. The last one I mentioned, Graziano Pelle.
Yep.
He was all right. He was all
He
right
was
for
alright. Yeah,
Southampton,
in Southampton. Yeah.
right? So if you want to take Graciano Pele as one of the key indicator of how well Skamaka can potentially perform, then I think that's good omen for a start.
True.
All
All
right.
right. Let's hit
Okay.
the comments, guys. Let's hit the comments a little bit. And this
Okay.
guy's
Dark
one.
horse, Fulham or not?
That horse, Fulham or
For
not?
relegation. This one for relegation, not for the title. Wrong subject lah,
Yeah.
Zik.
Kena scared.
And this is
Scared.
Jeeves' best friend and Zami's best friend,
Uh,
Muhammad Fabrizio Ridwan.
why cannot?
Hans
Is it?
brother.
Ridwan.
Okay.
Arturo
Huh?
Mio Ridwan.
Cannot, is it?
Arturo
The
Mio.
reason Spurs is on fire is because 42 pitch run conduct by Conte.
Nothing,
okay.
but nothing on Conte's side.
But
so far.
nothing on Conte's side. Huh?
Nothing on Conte's side.
But wait.
Mr. Fella,
His
Mohamed
best friend
Zuri,
Zuri, right?
United gonna sweep.
Uh-huh.
I think they'll sweep the floor at the end of the season. I think.
Teams, all
And
problem.
FPL. Oh, this is Dave though. I think he
Dave,
actually
Dave.
Yeah.
Pedro Neto is one to watch this season. Big clubs gonna go for a game. Remember that, guys? Remember we had this topic, Jim? Remember we had this conversation like a season ago about Pedro Neto, but then the fella just dipped, huh?
The injury,
Yeah.
Joe. The big injury he
Injury
suffered.
last
this
year.
season.
He suffered a big injury, lah. Yeah.
Yeah, the
To be
injury.
fair to him, yeah.
So maybe this season, right? Speaking of FPL, since we have fully loaded FPL, maybe you want to take a punt on this guy, Pedro Neto. If he can stay fit, I think he can provide you with good value, man, in return.
And you
Right.
cannot give FPL advisors. The only person who can give FPL advisors is that dude over here.
Oh, really? Hey, but where's his price?
Where's your price?
Hey, where's your price?
On my side. But I agree. I think Neto can be. He's only 5.5, no?
5, yes. I was
In
gonna
terms of height.
5.5.
Oh no, height
5.5.
is that is Lisandro Martinez.
Bro.
Hornswoggle.
Oh my god, that is the one that I saw, yeah.
Hornswoggle coming up against Great Kali.
Fun. You don't make fun, huh? You wanted him badly, okay?
I didn't want him. He's average. All right, he's average.
I have the messages.
Get Jesus already action.
No, this unbehaving like the Newcastle fans on Twitter. We never wanted him.
Never wanted him.
Twitter, I said on Twitter.
Okay, Jim. On that, right? On that, let's move on to the bigger topic for today. I think this one is gonna to actually it's gonna consume most of our time for this episode, right? Are you in favor of the 5 subs rule? Because there are different facades, man, and I think in terms of just the conversation on its own, we have a lot of sub branches. We can talk about the impact on the smaller teams, right? And how is it going to be advantageous? I think for the bigger teams, I think they'll be putting their hands together gleefully, because looking at this, I think it's only going to serve its purpose for the bigger boys, and also in terms of just us fans getting used to it. We talk about time wastage as well. That's another tactic that is going to be deployed, right? Because
Yep.
they can waste hell of time with 3 subs. Imagine having almost double the opportunity to do so. Okay, and this is not again. Of course, I think the concussion sub that is still exclusive, right? Because if you have a concussion sub, that will not eat into the 5 subs. So let's discuss, man. Everything. Let's blow everything up, boys. When it comes to the 5 subs rule, are you in favor of it? Are you not? And let's name some of the pros and the cons. And of course, not only the 6 of us, guys in the chat as well, give
Hit
us
the
the
comments.
the big advantage that you like most about the 5 subs, and we are going to read all of them, all right? But make sure keep to the program, keep to the brief, and that is the 5 subs rule. Zami, let's go, boy.
5 sub definitely is good. For me, I think okay. Let's put the buying players aside. 5 subs, I think it helps a lot in terms of like managers who have more tactical deployment in that sense for players. I mean, you can have maybe let's say team is leading or needing a striker, you can just put 3 strikers up front. Having that 5 subs rule in place helps in that advantage. So it becomes more of a chess game for football now. So I am up for it in terms of as a fan also. I think it will be interesting so that at least managers will say, okay, you know what, I'm allowing a youth player to come play in the game.
Okay. And maybe that ties in nicely with the point made by Zuri Lajo. Allows for development of talent, which I can agree on. Hey, but Sunil, with the biggest of respect, okay, Newcastle, of course, your squad can never be compared to the likes of Liverpool and also Man City's. Okay, and let's say for example, okay, we put in a situation where you guys, or rather Liverpool, they are chasing a game, and also Man City chasing a game against you guys, and then they decide to bring down their whole block of artillery, and then all of a sudden you see on the left Firmino coming in, and you see Haaland warming up, you see Grealish taking up his hairband. And then you see on the other side, Mane. Oh wait, Mane left already. All right, and then you see Jota, you see Jota also
I
just
see what
warming up
you
his
did
muscles.
there.
Hmm.
Is it fair for?
Naughty, ah.
I wouldn't say the smaller clubs, right? But in all due respect, you know what I mean, right? You know where I'm getting at. For the clubs with lesser reaches, but they are Newcastle, right? They are the reaches. So what am I blabbering about? So, but you understand what I mean?
Yeah, I think like this concept, you will create this thing called unit substitution. So that means if you want to go
Only
all
a
out
teacher
attack,
can come up with that. Only a teacher can come up with that. Unit substitution.
Before that, let's do this.
Joe,
Okay,
yes.
teacher, go
Yes,
for it.
teacher. Come on,
Go for
teacher
it.
Sunil.
We are your students.
so you think about it. If let's say you want to go all out attack, you have the possibility of going 5 players all out attack, and you can actually send that kind of artillery out against teams who don't have a good bench. Let's say the Newcastle for now. Newcastle doesn't have a good bench.
Mm.
Or if let's say you want to close shop, you can send in 5 defenders. I mean,
Yeah.
not I don't know how many people will do it but this kind of unit substitutions will really change the game how it's played, because you can go either full out attack, or you can go full on defense, close shop. It will just change the game entirely
But are you viewing this from the negative or the positive light?
I would say I'm against it I would say I'm against
Same.
it because
Don't
of the
worry.
fact
You have a friend in me.
because of the fact that it will be detrimental to teams that don't have a full bench. I mean, a good bench. You imagine if you're a Man City, Zam, you have you can bring on. You just had about 70 minutes of Haaland running you ragged, and then after that you throw Alvarez on.
Mahrez in.
Then after that you have another 20 minutes of chasing this fella. It will be detrimental because if you cannot get if your impacts up with someone who's not as good as Alvarez, who doesn't have like maybe 200 million worth of funds on your bench.
That's for you, Azam. That's him taking a pot shot at you,
No,
Very rare.
Oh, not him. Okay. Coming from Newcastle.
The Habibis.
That's very rich, coming from
How
Newcastle.
many are trying to do something, guys?
Okay, but now it's time for Jif. Jif, you've heard from Sunil, all right? He's not a big fan of it, and neither am I. I'll explain my point right after this. But who does it benefit, Jif, when it comes to the 5 subs rule? Because I can't look past the fact that it's only going to benefit the bigger boys, the bigger sharks. Like you have in this ecosystem, right? The big boys, and then the bottom feeders, people like again, our respect, the newly promoted ones. The normal contenders. Who does it benefit really?
I would say they benefit all clubs actually, all 20 clubs, because if you look into the football system we have now, that which have the conventional 3 subs. If let's say you have any players, if you have used up all your 3 subs, right, and you have any players getting injured after the 3rd sub, you will have to be handicapped and play with only 10 men.
Yep.
Just for the fact that you have one player down due to injury, which is a bit unfair to the club, because you don't have injury substitution in football.
But what's the rate of it happening though? Because you rarely see that a team actually goes down to 10 men under that circumstance.
It happened
manager.
before. There,
Football
football,
manager.
FM 20, yes. I've been
This substitution finish.
But you get what I mean, right, Jif? You get what I mean?
yeah, I get what you mean.
It's a rare occurrence.
But the possibility is there, and also it's also good because signing players now, and you tell them that they will be part of the team, but they will be on rotation basis.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yep.
There will be
plus point.
Play for like City. They signed Kevin Phillips.
Yep.
Kevin Phillips knew he wouldn't go in and be in the first team.
True.
But with the 5 sub, he believed that now I have a chance to actually go in, because you have to remember the 11 players on the field. Instead of having 3 hungry players who want to prove themselves, they now have 5 hungry players who want to prove themselves and be the first team. And that will definitely push them to do better in the team as well. So overall, for me,
that's a good point, man. It could be used as a selling point, right? We are trying to sign a player, and let's say, for example, if
Right.
you are trying to get a player into a fully stacked Man City squad or even a Liverpool one right now, that can actually be one of your selling point. Like, hey, it's 5 subs right now, so there's every chance that you can feature. You will have minutes with us. Yeah, so I know I've never thought of that as well.
Yeah.
Tips, your point, 5 subs rule.
For me, I've got very mixed feelings about this. There's the food chain, like you said, there's this saying, the rich get richer,
Yep.
the poor gets poor.
Yes, sir.
With this 5 sub rule, teams
Mm.
like Man City, right?
Yep.
Can even add Chelsea into the mix, even Spurs. They can afford the luxury of bringing in players after the 70th minute or 65 minute.
True.
But with that being said, coming from a
Mm.
team that supports Villa, maybe down in the middle, right? It helps us
Yep.
as well when we are playing against the likes of Bournemouth, or no disrespect to them, Bournemouth, Forest, Fulham, even Southampton, or maybe even teams around us like Leicester, Newcastle, West Ham as well. That
Yep.
tactical sub that we make,
Uh-huh.
that may change the game in our favor or against our favor as well.
Yep.
But overall, I think this rule came in place for the big clubs, right? But with that being said, how often does Pep make a sub, or how often does Klopp make a sub?
Oh,
They
true.
don't usually make a sub as often as the clubs below them. So it may work in our favor. Having Coutinho running around for 65 minutes and then you bring Buendia on.
Yeah.
That's another creative outlet, from how I see it, you see. So I am for this only because it may help my team a bit more. That small games that we were losing last season by a goal to nil, it may reverse, and that matters where we finish.
Could this also add on or pass on the pressure towards manager or for managers like Klopp, who is not the biggest fan when it comes to subs, okay, and also Pep Guardiola, and if they go on to lose a game, right, Izam, they will be under heavier scrutiny because imagine this, right? 3 you use none, and then they give you 5 again. Status quo. I'm not going to use any. And then for Klopp, there's always that perennial complaint, that long whining complaint. We need rest. It's fatigue. It's players' welfare. And then he goes on 120 minutes without making a sub. Right. So does it pile more pressure for the managers, especially the big ones?
I think what Tip said is correct. I think it's a double-edged sword in that sense for for those managers or the top clubs. I think I think it comes back to the tactical aspect of management. Like okay, let's say for me, okay, like I think let's pick up Ridwan's
This one, yeah?
comment. Yeah, Ridwan.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, so he said if you're talking about unlimited subs, right? Okay, or even 5 subs, the more subs is good in sense that it becomes more tactical. Like it becomes okay. Like if you look at how the American football they do it. I think American football, I think they did they have like unlimited sub or something if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so I feel that it brings that level of like of a good manager that says that what, okay, with what I have, or even if let's say if I say okay, I want to bleed in a young kid who has potential, so that you can allow them to go in. So at least it becomes a tactical sense. Like it's not about like okay, if I don't have enough players, I don't use my sub, but it's a good option to have. Like I mean, talking about Pep, talking about Klopp, status quo. Even if you give me unlimited sub, I may not do any subs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it comes back to the fact that you look at the bigger picture. Like let's say okay, if I have maybe a game especially in December, game 2 days apart.
Yep.
Okay, having that unlimited sub of 5 subs helps a lot because you know why? That's the rotational part.
True.
So if in a way, if let's say from a manager's perspective, then if you're talking about those like middle, those not top class, middle clubs, they will have to look at okay, what do I have from my academy? What do I have from my under 21? Is there any potential? Which I feel development of the game will definitely help lah, and especially for the club.
But you see, this is where I may disagree a bit, right? Because
Sunil's smiling already anyway, Tips.
he's like, you talk this season.
He's trying to force a rivalry that never existed between Newcastle and Aston Villa.
No. I mean, okay. You see, this talks, and this is not only coming from Zami, from the comments, or I've even seen this in Twitter as well.
Yep.
A lot of people are saying that you have this 5 sub rule. Youngsters can get more chance. Youngsters can get more chance. Let's be honest here. The teams that are winning comfortably 3-4-0, they have that luxury to bring on an under 21 player to give him 20 minutes, or 25 minutes. But even taking Villa into consideration. I always don't play my team up. I always play them down, right? Do you really think we're gonna bring Cameron Archer on if we are chasing a game? I mean, okay, that wrong advice. We should bring him on. Okay, do you think we're gonna bring because the fellow will probably score more than Watkins and Ings, or do you think we're gonna bring a team Irobunam on, or Kessler on if we are chasing a game, or if we need to defend a lead? That remains to be seen. So what more for teams like Southampton or Everton, or the team that are on the lower end of the spectrum? Will they if they're leading 1-0, will they risk their lead by bringing on a youngster? That remains to be seen.
No,
So
and I veto that line of thought from you, Tips. And we all talk about, there seems to be a common theme right now that's resonating among us, giving more playing time to blood in the youth. But I cannot talk on your behalf, but I can only talk by my own experience. Most of our youngsters has been given their boot out for loan.
Mm.
You see? So the top clubs will be getting the youngsters to get out on loan still. And the extra capacity, right, or the extra arm that you have in terms of that 5 subs will be seen as a chance to bring in 2 more top class players, established players. Not so much about giving more time for the youth. Maybe it's applicable for clubs with lesser budgets, and that has been the main worry for me. Like, who does it serve and what kind of purpose does it serve? Because if you're talking about bleeding in the youngsters, like you rightly mentioned, right, Tips, the bigger boys wouldn't do it, Even if they're leading 3-0, this is probably the best time to coax or pacify the next big thing on the bench. The guy who I bought for 50 million to now get playing time because he was out injured last match. So when does the youngsters, where does the youngsters conversation comes in for this one?
True. So that is why I think this rule, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think this rule should include, out of the 5 subs, one has to be an academy player.
Yes, spot on. They should have
one
done
has to
that.
be an academy player.
But
Not
I don't think they did
not
it.
under 21s, but one has to be an academy player.
Correct. Yeah,
This
you're right.
way, you can bring them into the first team squad. They can train with the first team squad.
Spot on.
And
Spot on.
if unfortunately you used up 4 subs and you want your 5th sub, you have to play academy. And in the long run, this gives the academy players for every club a chance to shine.
Yes.
How many of them are shining?
Yeah. True.
So yeah, that's my take on this.
Unless we can do this, like, let's be okay. I mean, just saying a thought. Okay, for the 5 subs, 2 or 3 of them must be under 21, and they must be considered one of the subs. That means they must be sub in. Say for instance, maybe what we can. This is very drastic, I mean, pipe dream. Like, let's say if you want to use your subs, okay, your first sub must be your under 21.
Okay, but that's a bit tough though, because there's a bit of the element of compulsion. Right? You have to do this, and you cannot tell the big boys, those people who are multi-billionaires, to actually do this just because they can pacify the rule of the game. I don't think they would actually just bend over backwards for this kind of ruling. But I get what you mean. I think the main essence of it is giving more minutes to the young ones. Joe, I think you've overheard all the conversation that's going on right now. I don't know about you, Joe. I'm not in favor. I'm a bit of an old school guy, traditionalist. Call me whatever you want. I don't think you should have fixed that, because I feel that 3 subs, perfect, boy, because it gives you lesser room to falter. You cannot screw up your sub.
Like you see, all right, love. Where we at? I'm here, my love. I'm here.
No, he said what? No, wait, where is Joe? Joe went driving Grab.
You chat lah,
Cucet. Okay, the thing is, like, if you said old school, right? Then this would actually favor the clubs that have lesser resources. Why? You know why not? Let's just say now let's just say that a game they're playing against the big boys.
Yeah.
And they are holding a 1-0 lead. And right, the big boys are definitely going to come back hard in the second half. And this will actually give chances. Back in the days whereby they will use up all 3 subs, and the last 10 minutes is the crucial time where, the big boys will be like pumping in the attack, and there's no other subs for, like, let's just say it's a Liverpool game against Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest is holding a 1-0 lead. All subs is done by Forest. All right. And Liverpool has 1 sub left. On comes Nunez or Firmino comes in. All right. Okay. Bam. There's like 5 strikers on the pitch, and there's only 4 defenders that Forest can use. But on the bench, they might have another couple of defenders in. They can throw them into the mix. They can park the damn airplane, and they can probably park the bus and all this. And when it comes to those like what Deebs and Zami was mentioning, you need to have one under 23 players in the sub and all this. I don't think so. It will work. Come on, guys. We tried that in SPL and it didn't
Oh, you
work.
did?
And we were
Yeah,
complaining
Champions League, right?
there should be like one under 23 player starting for every game, and that didn't work out because you know why? That didn't really help the development of the player whatsoever. But if you were to look at Europe,
One strong.
younger boys are getting the chance. Like Liverpool just signed Fabio, the
Carvalho.
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 and he's getting his chance as well. So I don't think so. There needs to be a rule that says that an under 23 player or an under 21 player needs to be in place.
No,
what
bro,
if the
it's
guy? What if the guy is like? What if that under 23, that whole squad or whatsoever, or the whole bunch of players are going through a very buto in it, are going through a not so good spell? That would actually give them a less chance. There's only 4 subs they can make.
Okay, no, I agree with Ridwan on this one, guys. I personally of the belief that
For
this
once,
5
we all
subs
agree,
rule
Dave.
should be given only for this season because of that World Cup being
Yep,
played
yep.
mid-season. So I don't think it should be a permanent fixture
No,
for the game.
this was happening in the Champions League, right? Champions League,
Yeah.
European League, Conference
Well-
League. Why isn't
well-
there no issues there? Sorry, Jif. Why isn't
Sorry.
there no issues in Europe? But when it comes to Premier League, there's an issue.
Because EPL mah.
No,
Hey, go ahead, Jif.
Yeah. I actually agree with Joel because you see this 5 sub has been ongoing in the Champions League for like the past 2 seasons, I think.
Yeah.
And it was never an issue in the big competition of Champions League. And
Yeah.
also we take Champions League as an example of we saying that this is an advantage to bigger clubs like Liverpool, Man City. If you remember the game of FC Sheriff and also Real Madrid,
Yep.
Real Madrid actually used up 4 subs.
Yeah.
And Sheriff only used 2 subs.
2 subs.
And,
Correct.
and they actually used 3, but the third one came in only on the 90th minute.
Okay.
And yet they get the goal, the winning goal, where they beat Real Madrid 2-1 on the 90th minute as well, after the 4 subs came in. And when we talk about the bench that they have, the control between FC Sheriff and Real Madrid, of course, it's obvious.
yeah.
Very.
Real Madrid brought in Toni Kroos, Luka Modric, Rodrigo, and also Jovic.
Yep.
Sheriff.
And Sheriff brought in Felipe and Julian, who don't
Very
even
good.
respect. I don't
Very-
even know who the hell they are.
Sunil knows about them. Sunil knows about them.
Hey, how
Five
can
star,
you say
five star.
Felipe?
Felipe the plumber, the
Ah.
goalkeeper is the teacher.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no, Jif brought on a really salient point there, Champions League. But don't you guys think it's because of the prestige of that competition, whereby let's not talk about the group stages, right? Because that's the only time you can see a bit of a giant killing act. And then
Yep,
once you
yep.
advance into the knockout stages, pretty much everybody are probably on the same wavelength. I think parity would have been restored in terms of you're talking about PSG going up against Real Madrid, against Bayern Munich. I don't think you hear so much complaint about, hey, it's not fair, Bayern Munich can make 5 and I'm Real Madrid, I don't have enough in me to actually compete with their 5. Do you think that it's only applicable because of the level of competition and the kind of money that we're looking at and the caliber of teams that are involved?
What was the Sheffield United's manager before he got sacked? What the fella's name?
Chris Wilder.
Chris.
Chris Wilder. Yeah, he was against 5 subs. Before the season started.
Sean. I think Sean was also against it.
Yeah,
Sean
so
Dyche.
they were
Sean Wuhan
against
Dyche.
5 subs. But then when the season started, they were yearning for these 5 subs. Like sometimes when they used up 3, some of the comments is like, oh, I've got no more subs left. I can't use anymore. There were times that they needed that. They actually not really need all 5 subs though, but they needed that 4th. Like in the dying minutes, like 85th minute or 86th minute, they want to throw in a defender. They want to throw in an additional attacker. It works in
But you see,
all favors.
you see, the 3 subs rule has been around for the longest of time right now.
Yeah, bro.
Right? And then you're telling me managers are now throwing the toys out of the pram because they can't make an extra sub. Then that shows how tactically naive you are then, right?
Yeah.
Barring injury and now they've got the concussion sub,
Yeah.
you should be playing you
True.
should be
Yeah.
tactically or tactically sound to make those tactical subs. You crying because you made 3 subs, then that's on you.
And it goes
I
back
mean, I would say
and
this,
tips.
yeah.
Yeah, and it goes back to the point, right? I think the complaints would have come from managers of the top clubs because they have extra commitments in terms of European games. I don't think Steven Gerrard, right, will be losing sleep because he can't make number 4 or number 5 sub. I don't think, because the commitment is as such, right? Even Newcastle, Eddie Howe wouldn't be going to the FA tables and banging on it, say, hey, should we now give a chance to fourth and the fifth? And you talk about, oh, because it has been ongoing and stuff. Do we also not consider because it was COVID back then? It was under the COVID climate and condition, and that's why, all right, the rules are slightly malleable and it should be slightly fluid back then. But now that we are into normalcy, why don't we just restore football as what we know?
Exactly.
3 subs, that's it. Tighten up the other bolts and nuts, which is refereeing standards, which we are going to go really, really into very, very soon. Let's 1 minute on this topic. But shouldn't the effort and the resources be concentrated on that parameter and not these 5 subs?
It makes it all interesting and all the more fun, though.
It
Make
doesn't.
it
It
fun of
doesn't.
yeah.
Okay, but one thing for sure, guys, we can be really, really sure that if Newcastle are defending a lead, all right, against Manchester United, they're gonna bring FDJ. Wait, FDJ, is he coming or not?
I don't know, man.
No,
He's
no, no.
fast.
Chelsea lah. He's going Chelsea now.
Chelsea lah. It's great.
Ask
Chelsea.
Ridwan first. Ridwan, anything
If,
Ridwan.
if Newcastle is defending a 1-0 lead against United, they're gonna bring in Matty Longstaff to shop.
Ooh, and that's why you don't want to come up against, especially with those tired legs. Hey, but Joe, of course, before we move on quickly to the next one, we also want to bring up this topic of the open line of communication. Finally, they have decided to throw back the word accountability back into the referee's lap. The referees are now being asked or being tasked to actually explain their decisions. I don't know what's the whole full rigmarole of it. All right, before we go full Monty, those of you guys who are still watching us right now, thank you so much. We got about 30 more minutes to go for this one, but let's talk about the brand new revelation, which is now. You mentioned you weren't too happy about it, Joe. You say it's not like rugby. I want something like rugby. Right?
What's the point? What's
the pain point here?
Of, giving me a Mac spicy double without chili sauce, and then after I eat, and then you give me chili sauce.
But it's spicy enough. It's Mac spicy, and you have double of it.
It's not spicy. The thing is, if the incident has happened, and then after that you're gonna talk about it. It still doesn't make sense.
Michael Owen.
Bad analogy. He is Michael Owen.
Yeah.
No, don't say that for the same.
No, honestly, it doesn't make sense though. It doesn't make sense. Like I want to know. I want to hear what the hell the VAR is saying. Like what are they looking at? There were some instances whereby Dips were going mad last season, whereby it was supposed to be a foul, but they were looking at an offside.
Okay.
That kind of thing whereby we want to know what the VAR is thinking.
What's the full extent and details of this brand new rule that we have actually now understood? What is it? What's happening right now with the referees?
It's going to be like this. So whatever happened in the VAR concept, it will be revealed after the game.
After the game, right?
It's the same whereby right now, usually the post game interviews. After they'll get the referee representative to come and talk about the incident that happened.
PGMOL usually.
PGMOL, correct. So something like that, but just that they're going to like reveal the conversations between VAR and the referee. But why? Like I still don't get it. It's already happened.
How is it going to be revealed though? Like, will there be audio clippings that will be played on air for people to listen to?
Maybe the referees will have their own podcast. Maybe they can come down to
like that, we cannot cari makan already. We have to change slot. So, Joe, after this, you might want to call Andy Mariner and ask him his podcast timing so we don't clash with his.
I can call Howard Webb.
Like that, we cannot fight already.
This is absolute bollocks.
This is the linesman flag.
What is the linesman flag?
Tips, yes, come on.
How credible or how sure will we be that it is actually the audio clippings?
Yeah.
I mean, let's have some conspiracy theory lah.
Yeah, this is a very good one. So are we supposed to recognize them? Is there a voice recognition that we should all store
exactly?
in our memory?
How do we know? Because I think the Australian, not the AFL, but the football in Australia itself, the
A-League, right?
A-League,
A-League, the A-League.
They had a live,
how did that go?
I think the VAR could be seen talking to the referee on field, and the referee could be seen giving his thoughts, and he's like like something like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go and give the red card. That will actually show the credibility of VAR.
Correct.
What will it do? For all we know, it can probably be be some shit audio clipping saying that I'm gonna give offside. Why are you releasing it after the match? What purpose is it gonna serve? How is it gonna help? So like what I said last season, right? They're gonna check for first the goal was given, then they're gonna check for offside, then they're gonna say handball.
Correct.
Buto, then they're gonna say, after that their grandmother that's offside.
What?
Relax lah.
Don't be angry lah.
Sunil, let's hear from Sunil though.
Yeah, Sunil been quiet
especially for handballs though. You know, the way they were saying, like, it's a natural position and this and that. And then the discussion, I don't know, man, Sunil. How are they going to just
university level usually? But Sule is not worried, Joe, because why? He is Newcastle. He has all the referees right now under his payroll, so no issues for him.
Lego?
I think you see, like, okay, to take a page from NBA. You know, NBA, they have what do you call it? They have this thing whereby you can challenge a foul.
Yep, correct.
Yes.
You can challenge a foul, and then the referees will come together, and then they'll discuss, and then the referee is obliged to actually announce the reason why he. So I mean, if you can just pick up on the snippets that are important, like maybe there's a decision to be overturned, then you explain your rationale behind that, and you have to do it live, like, you know, like when they go to that screen, and then they have to probably speak into
what's the hand movement again?
Hey, you didn't see the other one, Nami, you are overtaken. Don't try. Don't try.
Okay, so what we can take away from Sunil, apart from the hand gesture, okay, maybe we should take a bit of lesson from NBA. Zam, but here's my rebuttal. Okay, are we now going to further innovate, right, the game that we all love, that we all call football, after the 5 subs rule, and then come with all the brouhaha of the VAR, okay, the geometrical line when it comes to offside? Are we going to add something new onto our plate right now, taking something from NBA, open up the line of discussion, let it be audible to everybody? Could we have a potential of listening to the referee asking the one in VR, what are you having for dinner, Mike?
Hello,
Hello,
love. What's the plan for after this?
Roti John extra mustard.
That'll be
Bad food choices for tonight. Double McSpicy without chili sauce, roti john with mustard. God, we cannot do
maybe you
food
never
show.
know. What if the ref goes up to the VR? Hello, love. Maybe they're scared to repeat that live.
Joe, what if right now they are all actually Singaporeans and Malaysians? Okay, let's say now I'm the referee. Okay, I'm the referee right now. Hey, Jana, you got see or not that guy? Handball or not? And then you are the VR. Joe, come on, you answer me.
Hey, Buto, you cannot see, man. Of course, I don't.
How to see just now? A lot of people sial. I punch it. My fitness also fail. What you know what?
No wonder the fans keep saying referee call you Buto. Just handball.
Actually,
if it's in Malaysia, how I would have responded to you is, sorry bro, tengah makan tadi. That's a very typical Malaysian reply. Sorry bro, tengah makan tadi.
Oh, VR, that's the VR. Yes, Sunil?
Yes.
You want to give the Arab version, the Saudi Arabian
like you
version?
say, no, the Singapore version will probably be like, hey, kau tengok row 2. Yang pakai kuning. Kasih je penalty. Kasih je, cepat.
Don't waste time.
Hungry already.
Supper how? Shalom.
Hey, I think that's real, you know. I think it's funny as he right.
I'm sorry, but you know, when you put in the context in Southeast Asia, Singapore, Malaysia, it becomes funny.
Zam, but that's what's gonna happen, you know. If it's a Malay referee, again, I'm not taking a dig at my own race. I'm Malay, okay?
You can.
Yes, and then the referee is pro for power. Hey, kau tengok tu, baik betul chicks. And then the VR reply.
Mana satu?
Mana satu?
Aku draw line.
Draw line.
Then the VR will say,
He's scam.
hey, cuba kau take whistle, mesti dia usah.
Why do I bother coming back into this show? But Zam,
I bother coming back.
it's all Sunil's fault. It's Sunil's fault. Okay, Zam, come on, Lemon. In all seriousness, man.
Wait, what the fuck we were talking about?
Open line.
Okay, no, because you know what, the conversation, because the Malaysian, Singaporean and all the VR talk as suddenly I just like, what the hell we were talking in the first place? Okay.
Yes.
Now, okay, so the thing is that with VR, okay, since we already talk about innovation with VAR, myself we just tighten things. What? What's the point? Already. I think past two seasons, I've always been a opponent for VAR. Like it kills the game. But now since you want to bring innovation, then might as well we tighten things up. What? What's the point?
No need. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, because you see, if you want to bring innovation, then make it good for the game, not about like apa ni? What the unmove out? Hello, apa ni?
Not
Why you
here.
guys
Not
bothered
here.
about my lighting?
Okay,
Why?
as I say, if you want to bring innovation,
He's
then
thinking, maybe
obviously you look at all the other leagues, like even other sports. Like I think we spoke about this before, right, Joe? About like the rugby, get the referee to
Wait a minute.
yeah. So get innovation.
Faster, come on! People are watching our show. Some people say
Okay.
this show is full of profanities and slapstick comedies.
why.
Yeah. So if you innovate, change, tighten it, get the referee to speak lah. Easy, what?
So you're okay with it? No,
I'm
but
okay, I'm
Jif,
okay.
the issue is it's only done retrospectively after
Yeah.
the game. What good does it do? Double McSpicy chili sauce analogy comes into play once again.
Exactly.
I think one good example that we can look at is badminton actually.
Oh, alamak.
cor-
I'm not ready for this, man.
Wait.
Spend a
We
lot
went
of time on
from
basketball. Now
basketball, now
Rugby,
badminton.
badminton.
Okay, because I don't watch basketball and I don't watch any other sports where you can actually challenge the referee or whatsoever.
Okay.
Right. So if you look into badminton, right, when there's a dispute on the court, even though the audio is not audible in the stadium or in the arena because they won't use mic, but it is audible to the television, to the screen, to people watching at home. So if you want to be transparent but you are afraid of saying it out loud in the stadium like how rugby does, why not make it audible to the viewers at home? At least people like Tip who has a conspiracy saying that what if they trim the audio? What if they record a new audio right after the game just to make them sound good?
Yep.
So with that method, then they won't have such dispute anymore because the fans can hear it firsthand,
Okay.
and whoever in the stadium can watch it after that at home through the highlights and so on.
Hey, I think that's a fair point, right, Tips?
Yep.
For Jif?
Yep. That's why I brought up the A League as well. You know how they had that live between the VAR and the referee. It was shown to the people watching, the viewers. So
Okay. All right, Joe. So I think that's good enough. Enough explanation for tonight.
Let's wrap up the VR with this. I said
Habib falling asleep.
Decisions, especially
No, still is.
Lions City Sailors and Tampines Rovers.
Yeah. Actually, that's a prime example. The Lion City Sailors and
Yeah.
Tampines game. Tampines should have actually ran away with the match. And if it wasn't for all the ill decisions made by the referee, I think that game would have a different complexion towards
That
it.
was the offside call, right? Was it the
offside
offside call?
calls, and
Offside
then
call, the
penalties,
fouls,
the fouls.
penalty.
This is the headbutt game. Did the fly headbutt the fly? It's same match. Different one.
No. This one latest one. This one was last season.
All right. Sorry. Can I just take a time to answer this question?
Which one?
Short one. Should VAR should be implemented in Singapore, Malaysia?
Yes, Jif. Try not to make
I'm
it
not,
funny.
I'm not going to answer on behalf of Singapore, but I'm going to answer for Malaysia. I said no. Because the beauty of football in Malaysia is hearing the fans shouting at the referees walking down the tunnel. Oi, anjing lah kau. Kat merah lah. Babi lah. Kau balik lagi bagus lah. Jadi referee walker. That's the beauty of football in
It
Malaysia.
still happens, huh? It still happens.
Yes, it still
Of course,
happens.
yeah, Malaysia,
And we are so good at it. We studied from school level itself. The whole school will be watching the game and we'll start abusing a referee who is a 40, 50 years old man.
It all started with abusing the referees.
Joe, go.
Spoiler,
This one.
Ref point of view, if all ref decision is scrutinized immediately, ref will lose the whole confidence in officiating the rest of the match.
Why did we think of this, guys? What does it do to the referee that we keep thinking from our perspective, right? From the consumer's perspective. But what about the service provider, which is the referee?
Then be
What?
a proper service provider lah.
Yes, correct.
You have the
I agree.
VAR there for a reason, right?
Wait,
I mean, if the ref
Tips,
decision
why
is
do you include StarHub in this conversation?
Hello,
That's a good one.
service providers.
No, service
No,
provider.
you see, if the ref's decision without VAR is scrutinized immediately, yes, it may, hamper with his confidence, right? It may ruin his confidence. But you have VAR there. The first thing they gotta do, whether they're gonna release the damn audio clip or video clip or whatever shit they use, right? They better come up and understand the rule of VAR. Full why again it brings back to the topic we had last season. Why does the Italian league not have so much of a problem? Or why does the Spanish league or even the German league not have so much of problems with VAR? I mean, it takes you 4 goddamn minutes to find if it's a handball or whether it's offside. And then after that, you're going to look at offside. Like, that itself questions the credibility, what? So that does not in any way dampen the referee's what's the word called? Confidence. But it just puts more, eye on the VAR. So you have the VAR is there. Get your VAR proper first before we talk about the referee's confidence.
Okay, all right. I'm very sure we will revisit this ground again, Joe. I'm pretty sure. Let's see if we can stop talking about it after match week 1. Okay.
Yeah.
But we are going to go on. Now the problem is right now, Zam, I'm not sure, Zam. If I'm playing FPL, am I going to take from Milan, huh?
Yeah, he's from Milan, though.
From Milan, Momo Heikel. But he's
He and Azmil has been going to places that we have never been before, bro.
I doubt that he's in actually Milan because he wants to travel to Tempelis also, which is his hometown. He needs permission, let alone going to Italy. But now, the question is, Zami, if I'm going to pick my striker for next season, am I going to pick the 18-goal striker last season in the form of this guy? Oh, no, not this guy, actually. We are actually talking about Kamaka. Gianluca Scamacca. And we want to touch quickly on this one. Are you guys happy with your club's transfer activity for now, at least, right? Because we have about 30 more days or lesser than that, just under 30 days before the transfer window was
End of season, end of the month, right?
End of the month. Yes. Okay, so I don't know. We might want to start with Jif. Jif, right now you hear a lot of rumblings right now on Twitter. Liverpool fans, some of them, as a big segment, I would say a big segment, they are not happy, Jif. They actually want Liverpool to go out there and get them that Jude Bellingham because they feel like that is one particular area of improvement, the midfield. What do you make of that?
All right. I think happy with the current transfer activity. I would say yes, but there's still room for improvement where we actually could improve our midfield because, as you all know, during the preseason, Oxlade hurt himself again, and we have one midfield down, and it's not a good injury. It's pretty bad injury, where he'll be out for at least 6 months.
Oh, serious?
Yes, it's quite long. So
what
we're
about
gonna be
Konate?
down.
What about Konate? He went down against Strasbourg as well, right?
Yeah, but it's not serious.
No, serious.
So if you're talking about long term, even if it's Konate, we have enough cover for centre backs at the moment. But looking at our midfield, we oscillate down. How many midfield do we have? Besides the Thiago, Fabinho, Hendo,
Milner can keep playing.
Milner, yes, Milner,
He's 65, CPF.
and aging Milner, and also Curtis Jones, which I believe all Liverpool fans will agree, who has not been promising ever since he made it to the first team.
Not really.
So are we still gonna put our bet on Curtis Jones to be the main
guy.
backup?
Yeah.
Imagine if you are in the last 2 or 3 games of the seasons, you are 1 point behind Man City again, and your whole midfield is down.
Yeah.
And all you got on the bench is Curtis Jones to get us the 3 points to actually overtake Man City. It's not gonna happen.
Okay.
I'm
So
gonna be
basically,
very frank.
from a Liverpool fan standpoint, of course, you're speaking for yourself, Jave.
Yeah.
Happy, but again, you got to sort out the midfield if you can.
Midfield, yes, correct.
Okay. Zam, yourself? Hey, Zam, Man City right now, under fire. You mentioned just now before off air, your technical director, Teixeira, right, has come under heavy fire.
Oh yeah.
Because right now it seems like Cucurella is making a bit of a U-turn. Not to Man City, and it's not because he's rejecting Man City, because Man City does not want to up their bid. So, what do you mean of your current window?
If you look at it, we got Haaland, I think, and Calvin Phillips. So for me personally, it's a good transfer. But I think the problem is that when Jesus left, Zinchenko, Sterling, and then Jesus is on fire right now pre-season. And I think with the link up with Zinchenko, I think we didn't want him to go as fans, but we didn't have a good backup in that sense. So I think Twitter toxic lah, you know. But if you were to ask me personally, yes, it's a good window for now. I mean, if let's say we have to get Zinchenko version 2 from the academy or from wherever and convert, why not? I mean,
Whose
it's still
academy?
Aston Villa.
Hey, yeah. Where else? Where else will be?
Feeder,
Where else will be?
feeder club.
Aston Villa.
Okay.
They will go everywhere, then come to Villa and I believe 50 million I take and go.
Hey, but
Cukup
usually,
dekat.
but usually teams they will ask, who's the current captain of Aston Villa? Can I
And
have
then
him
you'll
now? Can I have him now?
So Barry,
Barry, Milner,
Delph,
Delph,
and then JJ.
Jack Grealish. So you have to add in another layer.
No. This is coming from a very bad place. No, like last season the JG love in already.
If only captain this season, I say take lah. But now it become McGinn, so I don't want.
Okay, so some mentioned that hey, it's okay, Joe. If we are not gonna buy any more, let's dip into Aston Villa's academy.
Aston Villa.
That's what he said, right?
That's his only solution.
Hey, Sunil, you're one, the biggest conundrum because we have been having this constant chat between me, Joe, and also Tips, right, and Haizam. We've been waiting, for that Robinho signing. We've been waiting for that
Yeah.
Marquis signing.
That big
So
one.
we've heard a couple of names, right? I think the recent one, James Madison, and then we hear a bit of a whispers about Paqueta. I don't know how much truth there is in that
Mhm.
rumor. You got Sven Botman, solid signing, and then you came up with something so cringe when it comes to the announcement video for Nick Pope, right? With the white
Oh, the
the white smoke coming out, right? To announce the new Pope, Vatican style. So where's your head right now when it comes to Newcastle's transfer? It seems like many of you guys on Twitter, they are starting to get a little impatient. They say, show Leicester that money, get Madison now.
I think like we've been linked with everyone's, yeah.
That's why.
Welcome to my life.
Where's the ITK squad here?
I think they know that Newcastle has got money, so there's this thing that's called Newcastle tax lah, whereby they're gonna
Wow.
We all know that
Hey.
before Newcastle tax, like, it was a Man City tax.
So now we are feeling it, So like for Madison, I think we had a second bid of 50,
45 plus
50, 45 plus 5. Yeah, but I think they are
They
holding
rejected.
on for.
I think they rejected that as well.
60.
Yeah.
Rejected.
Yeah, they
so
wanted-
they're
they want
holding
60.
for like
That's tough lah.
60 flat, no clauses.
Oh, 60 straight up.
No clauses lah.
With cash gun or without cash gun?
What's cash gun?
Coming
The cash
in,
gun,
the cash gun, then you shoot the money.
The money come
going
out.
out. He
But
can ask the question, Joe. What kind of Newcastle fan is he, this guy?
But okay, in terms of Newcastle's transfer activity, I think we got what we needed. We got what we needed. Newcastle speaking.
Jif!
Speaking.
Jif, don't laugh, Jif. Okay, the reason why Jif is laughing, right? Because most of his transfer news he'll be getting from fully loaded FPL. But this guy, all right, is highly suspicious in the way he delivers the news. Not about his credibility, the way he delivers his news. He will say players will be talking secretly, players will be sleeping with that player so to get the deals. So it's not about his credibility. We're not attacking that component of his. Okay, we are talking
but
about the way he's delivered.
You saw a certain Sunil. The moment this comment came up, he just went.
Hey, Timo,
If I read this, no. I read this as well.
yeah, what do you make of this? Timo Werner, any substance to this?
No, I read this. I read this as well. But I think
Wait, you read it from where? From fully loaded FPL.
some ITKs on Twitter, So I think okay. I think now we are going for Madison. Madison. If I think we probably will cough up.
You hear the
money.
tone, guys. Hear the tone,
We will get,
With his hand movement,
I think we will get Madison, and don't be surprised for
Hey.
like what you said, Paqueta.
Paqueta.
Ooh.
Yo.
But that might be the Robinho signing
Okay.
because he's best mates with Bruno.
Bruno Guimaraes, the one
So-
who should have lended himself to Arsenal.
Should have, could have.
Okay.
Sorry, we actually have another transfer news in from
Yes.
fully loaded FPL. Cucurella staying at Brighton. But
Bima.
yeah, but what I heard from the other side is actually Cucurella had just handed in his transfer
Transfer
request
request.
to leave Brighton. So
I thought
Oh,
he agreed. He
oh,
agreed
wow.
terms already. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
How
50 million.
was it?
15, yeah.
Hello to Barca.
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
What the hell? Oh my god.
So how is this? Who are we supposed to believe in this, Joe? Do we believe fully loaded FPL, or do we fully loaded don't trust him? Wait, okay. The proof will be in the pudding lah. Proof will be in the pudding. Wherever Cucurella goes to, then we will know. Okay, but fully loaded, keep breaking those news. All right, the secrets and all this stuff. We really like it here. Okay, so in terms of so then your one in terms of your happy meter, in the green, in the red, or in the amber right now.
I say, if out of 10, I would say I'm a 7, Still
7.
hoping on 1 or 2 more before the window shuts. Then,
Okay,
10.
all right. Okay, so tips your one, Aston Villa, not bad. Early doors for you guys, and then you stop.
Yep. No. I think with Twitter, screw Twitter lah. Twitter is full of shit. No, if you ask me on a personal level with the group chat, I mean, right, the Singapore fans, right, we actually divided. For me, I feel that one thing that we failed to address the past few seasons that's been addressed early has been the getting of transfer earlier. You get them early on so they can have a full preseason. Last season, it was disrupted with Euros injury, Grealish leaving, and then getting in 3 players and not having a proper preseason. So, and we've also addressed that elusive CDM position as well with Buba Kamara. Brought in Carlos as a centre back to replace Minks probably, and we've added a left back on loan, Augustinson, and
The
stop
Swedish
with the
guy.
private chat lah. I'm getting distracted.
Hey,
Say something.
Papa Bear, Joe, say hi to Papa Bear. Hey,
He's back. Jeep.
Evertonian.
Welcome back.
Evertonian.
Love him, man. Love him. Okay.
You're going to championship. You're going to
Yeah. That's not how we treat our guests lah. Alamak, Jif. Papa, sorry ya. It's only him. Not
Jangan marah. Tak mau
Papa
berani.
Man, thank you.
Banter a bit, only cry.
Okay, he never cried. He welcomed me. Okay.
No, crying.
He always cries.
Okay,
Guys,
guys.
he got Jesus and Mohammed
But
to help
yeah,
him.
Listen to tips, right?
You know
He's
ah.
talking about his left back from Sweden.
whenever we have a podcast and I want to talk, I'll get drowned out. Whenever it's my turn to talk, I get drowned out. Whenever there's anything, I get drowned out.
Okay.
Now you can say.
Kamara, Carlos.
You look at this.
Kamara, Carlos.
How?
Season.
He's like,
I'm under the water. Help.
help me. I can't breathe. Okay, in terms of transfer activity, I think I am maybe 8 out of 10 or 7 out of 10. But if Kani leaving, and we can bring in like a midfielder, well, I tell you, that's a 10-10 for me lah. But I think 7 out of 10 for me now.
7 out of 10. Okay, all right. And he's coming
We
off
just need that
name
one more central midfielder lah.
from Indian Super League. Kanale, Saturday. Just now I was listening.
I want Ibrahim
He's
Sanagai
playing
lah.
he's playing in a different league from us, guys. So maybe next week's episode, Aston Villa must be put he must be together with Bangalore FC, Mumbai City FC.
No.
New Delhi.
New Delhi.
Kerala Blasters. I got
Kerala
the
Blasters.
Kerala Blasters.
Because I was thinking like Sangare, Kandivale.
This Sangare good, PSV, right?
That's why.
Sunil don't flex, Sunil. We know. We also know.
We were linked with him. We were linked with him.
Linked FC.
Who are you not linked with?
Link
League FC.
No lah, Sunil. You got to understand one thing. Anwari is very bitter after the certain midget move to United. And then he's been bitter ever since January when Bruno moved to Newcastle.
I'm okay lah, guys. I'm okay. All right, Joe. What's your take on United still hanging on FJ? Joe, come on, answer this. United happy meter.
Don't. An.
Why?
It's going to take 13 weeks to answer, just like FGJ's go first.
Hey, FDJ has taken so many shapes. First, Link FC, then Appreciate FC, then Booking FC, and then Deferred Wages FC, Flying to Barcelona FC, Wants to Leave FC. Now no news FC.
No
So
news
which
FC.
Which FC are you at right now?
Now we're United FC.
Joe, come on, United.
Snapshot FC. Okay, I will just sum up United's transfer. I think we're okay. You can't expect much from a manager who just comes in, and you can't just give him a whole bang to buy players that he wants. So he needs to still use the players that he have, and then for at least for his first season, and then it comes for a couple of seasons. For FDJ, I know why he wants him. He has worked with him before, and he knows he holds that particular holding role really well. But the fact that he doesn't want to come, that boy just bought a house, he wants to stick with Barca. I feel we need to move on. I know what kind of player he is. I've watched him play for the Dutch national team as well. He can bring good, but what's the point of hanging on to him? But I know my experts says otherwise, so I don't want to offend them. Right? I don't want to offend them because they're pretty adamant that we will sign him at the end of the month. But I'm okay if we don't sign him. I'll be a little bit happy if we sign him. But we've right now what we have with Malasia, Shorty, and also that's what I'm
Shorty and the melody.
we got Shorty and yeah, I think we're okay lah. We're okay. I think we if he's a good manager, then he should be able to use the players at his disposal.
Good. What?
Yeah.
So right now, okay, let's say if United were to stop their current activity at this current moment that we are speaking right now, that's it, no more signing. Out of 10, how would you score United's transfer?
Maybe a 6 because that's how we're gonna end.
Okay, straight away give prediction as well, huh?
There's no on his first season. There's no.
Hey Joe, and we quickly want to touch on this because this was supposed to be another agenda, but let's do it quickly, all right? Let's just
Ridwan. Sorry, Ericsson as well. Yeah,
Ericsson as well. Okay,
I need my experts to tell me. See, one of them.
Cristiano Ronaldo staying or not?
I don't know, man. From the last I heard what Ferdinand was reporting, I think he had a chat with someone. He said, "No, reports can say blah blah blah. He's leaving and all. Where are we going to find 20 goals and all?" But the fact that if he wants to leave, he can leave though. We are perfectly fine. I'm perfectly fine. He came in last season. He lighted up for all of us. We are happy. Yeah, we didn't get anything much out of it. But the fact that he came in and it's okay for him to leave. The fact that we can't hold on to him much, and he wants to he wants to create a legacy out of his own. He needs to go to a Champions League club. He wants to cement that so that Messi doesn't catch up.
Yep.
He wants to do that. So if he wants to leave, he can leave. But I don't know, man. It's a very topsy-turvy kind of transfer. Nobody wants him now. I can't, unless Newcastle buy him.
But Joe, did you read that he left halfway through a match or something?
Yeah. But Diego also left halfway.
Yeah, but it was not only him.
Players also left halfway.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's I won't really say much into it.
Who you think is going to sign him? I heard so many teams turning down.
That's the thing. I can't see a club signing for him. But there was
Lion City Sailors.
only one club.
Napoli, right? I thought Napoli was in.
That he can go back to, which is Madrid.
Yeah, Madrid.
Wow.
I will not take that off. I feel Madrid, he still can go. Benzema, him, and Vinicius, man. The front line.
I think Madrid is past him lah.
Yeah.
I actually heard Chelsea going back after him again.
True.
The rumors spark up again.
Yeah.
They said they will
But the
settle
thing
off the
is-
Cucurella deal and then move to Ronaldo.
But Chelsea, right? I never really seen Chelsea having a proper number 9. Werner came in, couldn't make it. Lukaku, let's not go there. It's going to be
That is
Another 2 hours.
because then a lot of faces will go low because they said he's going to top the league. And then
okay, fine, sorry.
and then with Ronaldo going there, I don't know how is it going to be. I don't know how he's going to fit into the system.
Okay, guys, let's. Okay, apart from Joe, right? We are all not United fans, obviously. But do you want to see Ronaldo still in the league, Jif? I want to see Ronaldo still in the league. Jif? Why the hesitation though? It's Cristiano Ronaldo, man. One of the biggest name in football. Why don't you want him to be playing his trades in the Premier League?
For them, Robbie Fowler is still gone.
Because I've watched the Premier League for so long without him in it, and it doesn't make any difference when he's back. So I'm fine without him in the league as well. So
you're okay, all right.
Damn, my gun sound isn't working now.
Zavi, yourself, Ronaldo? Yes, no, stay, go.
He should just end his legacy and maybe just go to MLS.
MLS, huh?
MLS. Just do for one final one and just accept the fact
Or
that.
go back to Sporting. Like what?
But but here's the thing lah. I mean, if he go, I mean he will go there eventually. But I don't see him, because he still has the desire to play top flight
He's
football.
not asking for trouble.
Div is one. Gerard.
Wait. Why you
Hey.
bringing Gerard now?
That's why.
Villa
Ridwan.
Villa Pool.
Let him go. Let him go. He's a nice guy.
Villa Pool.
He's a nice guy. So Neil, if you're a betting man right now, come end of this transfer window, Ronaldo still in the red of United.
I think he will stay.
Yeah, I
He
think.
will probably stay. He'll
Same.
probably stay. Finish
I'm
his contract, and then he will
Ciao
probably
ah.
go back lah. Sporting or what.
Tips.
What more to say? The king is back. No lah. I think he'll stay this season lah. I think the only reason he'll stay this season is very unfortunately
No suitors.
just
Yeah.
for him.
Same. No, I think same.
But if you know, I mean, a lot of people can hate United lah, but how can they hate Ronaldo? I mean, the fella is just there lah. I mean, even though he missed the penalty or whatever.
Hey, but it's quite unfortunate right now. The way his career is just dwindling down. In his twilight years, people are now spitting on him. I think that's really poor, man.
Yeah,
this
it's
is
really
his
Bro,
good.
haters will always hate, bro. Haters will always hate. As long as you're famous and you're out there, everybody will be out there to hate you. You
That's a
think he can?
That's a good point. That's a good point as well. Hey, Jif, quickly got a question for you, Jif. Matheus Nunes. Hey, I like this boy, Nunes. I really think the next club that's gonna get this guy is going to see the best of him. He's right now in the right age, 23 years old.
Mm.
And I was
Yeah.
looking at his physique. Boy, he reminds me of Rodri, this current Rodri right now. Perfectly shaped, playing in midfield. Wow. Why wouldn't you want this guy?
I think Matheus Nunes will be a good signing for any club, not only
Yeah,
Liverpool.
yeah, sure. I agree.
Any Premier League club, he will walk in and just be doing his best. But
Man City just want to
But-
hold the midfield.
Haikal
is that-
Ismail, I'm sorry to break the news, but he's
Eh?
close to signing for Wolves, and he'll
Wait,
be a
really?
Wolves player soon. Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
Really?
Yeah. He signed
Ah,
Bro, you can
Wolves.
see it
Oh,
from
that is
Mal,
such
bro.
a-
Portuguese.
Yeah,
Portuguese
the Portuguese
Wolves.
link lah.
Portuguese Wolves. Yeah.
and he comes at a freaking reasonable price, 30 to 35 million.
Yep.
It's like what's that fella that's in Wolves, not Coutinho, the other fella. Ruben Neves.
Ruben Neves.
Ruben Neves, yeah.
Coutinho.
Ruben Neves,
Wait.
he was
And they are only paying him 35K per week. Wolves.
Really?
Oh,
Wait,
wow.
Jif.
Yeah.
Jif,
That's the thing.
is there a subplot to this? Does that mean that Ruben Neves is now going to be let go by Wolves?
No, I don't think so.
Because Moutinho extended again by 1 year.
Yep.
Right. Dendoncker is still there. I think Dendoncker is attracting interest from Leicester City. Right. So there's still Dendoncker. And then who else do they have in the middle of the park?
very no.
Hey,
Their
City is
middle of the
in
park
for
is
him.
very
Oh.
who?
City is in for him.
Nunes, right?
Matheus
Nunes, is it?
Because yeah,
Neves, sorry.
if now Bernardo Silva goes to Barca,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
then this guy could be the next. He could
Right.
be the list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's that merry-go-round in terms of like if let's say Bernardo Silva goes, then
Yeah.
Nunes would definitely is in the radar for City.
Different type of
Ah.
player, though. Different type of player.
Silva goes to Barca, FDJ goes to
yes.
Nunes goes to City.
Okay. All right.
Works hand in hand, huh?
Wow, big one. I thought Chelsea is mean for FDJ. So I'm sure he would choose Chelsea. Chris from Romania, Zam, your boy,
Yeah.
your boy in blue, man. Shout out. Hey, he chose violence, today.
He lose
Because-
violence.
Because just now somebody tagged me about Arteta playing that Anfield anthem right while training. Somebody tagged me, and he's a Newcastle fan. You should know him, Imran. Imran tagged me, and then Chris came into my rescue. He said that the only reason why Arteta played that theme song is because he finds Liverpool annoying and the anthem annoying and all those stuff lah. And of course, he's a Man City fan. Okay, so make it how you will. But hey, in terms of another one, transfer.
Hey, Anne, we haven't heard from Arsenal.
Hey, Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Okay.
Oh. He pretending like Arsenal hasn't had a good
Sunil.
transfer.
Ah,
Sunil.
Jesus.
Exactly, that's
Two
right.
trophies. Trophy room is full.
More than Spurs.
Hey, Tips, whose
Yes,
idea is it to invite him to be part of us? Sunil.
I think collectively all four of us.
Okay. On Arsenal, right?
Go.
Happy, very, very happy. And I think the most impressive part is we are getting players with experience, Premier League experience. That is very important because I cannot stress enough, right? The failure of Nicolas Pepe. He was a giant in League One, and then when he actually comes to Arsenal, he's not cutting the mustard enough. Strange enough, Sunil, Newcastle are strongly linked to Pepe. So
Everyone.
so if he's going there, I'll be his private Uber driver. Okay, I'm gonna drive him all up north to Newcastle. But I'm very happy, man. I cannot complain. But of course, if there's one more, I need a central midfielder. Lah. Just that upgrade on Shaka.
Nunes then.
I've got a question here, right? So you think
Uh,
about it, central midfielders, right?
Yeah.
And Zinchenko is brought in to play as a CM as well, because that's where he wants to play.
But
right?
Arteta says left back. He's pressure.
Then what happens to ESR? It's so quiet on
Tips,
him
tips,
already.
tips. We are not going to do this again, okay? Last season.
No.
it
It's
was
nothing. No. I brought this up only because I saw this on Twitter. So I wanted
5
to
subs
ask you,
rule.
where
Five
does
subs.
it leave?
Now you're in favor. Now you're in favor.
5 subs.
He also
So,
cannot take it already. This one enough.
with Europa. But hey, we are going for the title, boys. Call me. Call me. Two.
But
two
wait,
trophies.
is Arsenal still going after Tielemans?
They are though, but I know. Okay.
No money already lah.
So if you're taking your sources from Twitter or FPL loaded, then I don't blame you for believing that we are going in hard for Tielemans. I of the impression that we are not, because when it comes to Arsenal, right, every single target bar Lisandro Martinez, okay, if Arteta puts his face on the dartboard, right, Edu will be out there to get him. And we will learn of it. Funny enough, Tielemans has been twerking his ass for Arsenal,
But
and we have
guys,
not come for him.
has the ship sailed for Tielemans?
Yeah, hey, why has
Yeah.
why in terms of just offers, right? Why has
2
no
seasons ago,
club?
he was good.
Yeah, no clubs have actually knocked on his
After
door,
that, no.
Tielemans. Even Liverpool, Jif, right?
Liverpool
For
wanted
once,
him,
they
right?
were
Yeah.
looking at him.
Couple of seasons back, they wanted him.
That was the season where he actually, played really well throughout the season.
But why,
Yeah, correct.
And the asking price were too high at the time. No club was
Yeah.
willing to
I
pay
think-
for that.
I think 80 million back then.
80 million. It was
Yeah.
80. Yeah.
Yeah. Now 35 million. It seems like everybody is trying to steer clear of Tielemans. Why, boys?
I think they will just wait for his contract to run out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two seasons, 1 season left.
Last
I
season.
think this will be the last season.
Then,
Yeah.
last season, then okay lah.
In January, you can already talk to him.
lah.
Yeah. Then all you know, he'll be joining Newcastle. Lah.
No, Barcelona. Barcelona will get all these players.
Jangan overconfidence, bang.
Jangan overconfidence,
How to not be overconfident? 2 trophies really in the bag. Ridwan, you cannot compare to your Bangkok Century Ladyboy Cup, to my Emirates Cup.
Bangkok, Sawadee Cup.
And then we
but
got.
you got to understand,
Hey.
they got Eriksen, Christian Eriksen. So they
Hey,
can
be
top
careful
four.
lah. New heartbeat
Careful
lah.
lah.
Midfield.
Babes,
New
you
heart-
can't say anything. We won a cup.
Hey,
You
hey,
had
you
it,
can't say anything. We won a cup as well, okay?
Oh, you did?
Also, ah?
Oh, Melbourne Cup.
Queensland
Melbourne
Trophy
Cup.
we won.
Oh.
We won.
Oh,
Queensland
yeah.
Trophy.
Ah.
Queensland.
Queensland Trophy.
Okay, okay.
Queenstown or what?
So then,
What cup you won?
Newcastle, have they won any cups?
No
Last
cup.
was Inter Toto Cup.
This one is your own rivalry
this one.
with Ridwan now.
Call. All right. Yeah. But asking me, I'm happy lah. Happy. I'm happy as a bird. I don't reckon.
Easy.
Wow,
reckon-
choose violent.
Yeah.
Wait.
Violent.
Jesus,
Violent.
Saka injured.
Jesus
then-
injured.
Pray to
Hey, how-
Muhammad then.
If Jesus injured, Jesus will come up again after 3 days. Don't worry.
Oh no.
Jesus will come up again after 3 days. So I'm not worried about Jesus getting injured. Okay, 3 days only. He will.
He
Come
will
up
be
again.
healed. He will be healed
He will
fast.
heal and he will heal.
will
All
be
right.
healed.
So let's just leave it at that.
He and his 10 disciples will be good to go.
Okay, Joe. So right now we are done. So let's go on to the
Let's
last
not give-
segment.
Doing this again.
Our favorite part of it. Okay. Hey, stop showing this comment lah. Hey, wait. We got. Yo, get yourself ready. All right. Once you're ready, I'm just gonna take some of
I'm
the
ready,
comments.
I'm ready.
Chiefs, Forum,
Anytime.
Liverpool, and Man City are not in for Nunes, and then
Thank you.
FC Barcelona are able to sign Bernardo Silva. Must be the economic levers.
So
many levers.
signing is one thing. Whether can you register the player is another thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then have we missed out on anything? CR7 has to stop Jorge Mendes from talking to clubs elsewhere. I mean, this will come under his instruction, right? I don't think he will be acting on his own impulse. Okay, and then I think that's about it. Joe, let's go on to the last one, and then we can wrap up for tonight's first episode. We're gonna do a bit of prediction, guys. Of course, this is the first game week. Hey, why is it always Arsenal kicking off the season? Why?
On Fridays, and they always lose.
So
They always.
they will lose the first
Hey!
3 games, then they will go relegation battle, then they will come back.
Can someone recommend me the cardiologist for Ericsson? I probably need to consult him as well.
I cannot, sir. It's always it. Last season was Brentford, right? And they lost 2-0, is it?
Don't remind me. You know what?
Yeah.
Went through the messages, okay? 3 a.m.
Oh my God, I'm still gonna watch
He
this
was
game,
the only cockster who will purposely stay up, alright? Saturday morning, Friday night, 3 a.m. just to watch Arsenal going down the pits. Only Joe will do it, okay? Alright, so
Alright,
we
let's go. Jeff with the first one out.
Crystal Palace, Jeff. Come on, Jeff. Do your boy proud. 2 cups,
I'm
remember.
gonna go with a draw, 1-1. Arsenal and Palace.
Jesus, Saka, or the guy injured. All how?
Hey,
Alright,
Jeff,
Ridwan.
Ridwan and Jeff are having this telepathy, man.
Oh, spot on, sure. Are they in some sort of WhatsApp group that we are not in?
Yeah,
On the
it's
side.
called the GIF and Mio group, where there's only 2 of us.
I know what's the title. Hate on Anwari and Arsenal. That's the group name.
Hey guys, for those watching out there, the 13 million fellas, come
Yes.
in with your predictions as well.
All your predictions.
Right,
Joe's
come
gonna
in
get
with
points. Yes. All right, the next one, Joe.
Zami, Fulham, Liverpool.
Ooh,
This one is a no-brainer. Huh?
upset lah. No lah, upset.
Fulham 1-0.
Ooh.
No lah.
Oh, ini macam gebaik ni.
Mbabu scoring, isn't it?
Apa? He signed right? He signed for Fulham. Did he?
Yeah. He's a new
Yeah.
signing for Fulham. Yes.
Lah, left back. So maybe right, you must tell Jeff, you call Florentino Perez right now. You didn't get Mbappe, try Mbabu. Hey, Aizan, what's your prediction? Fulham, Liverpool, come on.
Draw.
Haters, Haters gonna hate, bro. Haters gonna hate. Fulham
Ridwan.
0-8.
Apa football FIFA 22 ah.
You see, this season, Ridwan got new enemy. It's no longer Liverpool, it's Arsenal.
We're gonna play a small bet here. We're gonna play a small bet here, Dibs. A small one. Because see, Zami just told Ridwan off like this FIFA. If Liverpool were to win 8-0, right? Zam, you need to put Ridwan's face as your Facebook profile picture for a week.
Okay.
For 1 week.
Yes.
Alright?
I
Okay,
stand by this shit.
I support.
Okay. Let's do that. If Liverpool beats Fulham, I will put Ridwan's face. Give me your best photo, Ridwan.
Bayar.
Okay?
Alright, next game. Sunil, Bournemouth versus Villa. Ooh.
Wait, Bournemouth versus
This is
Villa.
where this is where we decide our friendship lah.
Tell
And guys, and the worst thing is the both of them are just side by side in the screen.
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
Habibi.
Or tell the truth.
Okay. I honestly thought Bournemouth would struggle this season because the step up is a bit big because they haven't signed. They have signed a few players,
not good ones.
but very obscure signings. So I think Villa might nick it 1-0.
Might nick it.
What? Wait, I tell you. What did I tell you?
I said they will win what?
Might
Win,
nick
win.
it.
You shouldn't be
Oh, I said win.
What are you talking? They will win.
Must terbalik the thing.
Bournemouth is going to win 2-1.
Yeah, Bournemouth 8, Aston Villa 0.
No.
Okay, Aston Villa 1, Bournemouth 0. Okay.
Hey,
1-0.
Jojo. But the biggest subplot for this one, all right. Captain no longer the captain Binks coming back to his old stomping ground. Oh, imagine the news.
And then you will score own goal because the captaincy has been stripped.
Alright.
Okay, Deep, over to you. Newcastle and Nottingham Forest.
Joe, wait, did you plan for this or what? That they are going to take each other's results.
It just happened.
No, this
Hey,
is
this one interesting.
okay lah.
This one interesting. Everybody's gonna be watching this one.
Because before I give the prediction, I think Forest has done well in the transfer market. Like, for all they're doing a Fulham, right? I mean, they had to buy players and they brought in the players early as well.
10 players, right?
Early.
10 players,
12.
Yeah.
So they
they're
brought the
doing-
players in early, but they brought the players mostly from German league. So we know how much of the German league, the difference is, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, coming to the prediction, I think Newcastle will win this game. I think it'll be a 2-1 win for Newcastle.
2-1. Nick it lah.
I think
2-1
they're gonna carry on from where they left off last season.
Nikki lah, Nikki Butt lah.
Nick it lah.
Nikki.
Nick it lah. Hey, 2-1 Nick it win.
Wait, but this is the question is, are they going to use the 5 subs or not?
Newcastle, maybe
Newcastle.
Forest might use. Newcastle will not.
Hey, they jolly well do so. Okay, after spending on 12 players, they might as well blow out everything.
All right,
Nottingham.
Everton,
Yeah.
Chelsea.
Ui, Everton, Chelsea. Okay, even if Everton is about to win that match, all right, Chelsea will hijack. They are hijacking. But then the scoreboard will show Everton 1, Barcelona 2. Barcelona will hijack Chelsea.
Sorry, my bad. It's Tottenham, Southampton.
That's more like
There, I give you the answer here already. There.
that's more like it. Tottenham, Southampton. Hey, you know what? If they don't win this one comfortably, then lot it will leave. I think Spurs and the fan base with a lot of questions more than answers. And I think they are under pressure to kick off the campaign with a really good one because so much hype and pressure, so much talk about them being the disruptors. But sad to say, they will win. I think this is 3-1. I could see a 3-1 this one. Richarlison, guys,
Oh.
secret,
Richarlison, huh?
fully loaded FPL style, secret. I think Richarlison
Alright.
might
Okay,
nick it,
the
Joe.
next one.
Might nick it.
Might nick it. Let's go. Leeds in Wolves. I'm going with fully loaded FPL, man. Let's go.
Hey, you lazy,
Leeds will nick you with a 3-2 win.
Okay. All right, 3-2 win. Okay. All right. The next one.
Next one, Jeef. Everton, Chelsea.
I think gonna be an easy win for Chelsea. It's not
No idea.
because it's Everton, because they have been really bad in their preseason as well.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go with an easy win, 4-0 to Chelsea.
Okay. Yes, Joe. To answer your question, we are going to do a quick prediction when it comes to first and fourth relegation and European
Yep.
bubble, right? Okay. The next one, Leicester, Brentford. Who do we have for
Go.
this one? GV.
GV.
Oh, Zam.
Leicester, Brentford. Interesting. Leicester. So I don't. Okay, I think it's going to be a draw lah. This one, because Leicester is not. I don't see any new signings.
Yeah.
Brentford. I think it's going to be the second season syndrome. Second season. Is it second season or third season? Second season syndrome,
Yes.
and I don't see any significant buys. It's going to be a draw lah. Maybe one.
But
one.
Brentford, very quickly, they have agreed a fee with Sampdoria for Mikael Damsgaard.
Yes, 15 million.
15
What a
million.
steal. What a steal. 15
Yeah.
million.
That's a bargain still,
And
man.
the
That's a
fella,
bargain.
I think the fella after Euros, I think he was injured and out for last season.
Yes,
so if
he
can
was.
Yeah.
He was.
that
He made his
prediction.
name in
Anyway,
Euros.
just to touch base, I mean, Peter Schmeichel has been gone for almost 20 years.
Okay, he replied, noted with thanks.
Nothing from my side.
You use such a corporate term there just now, just to touch
Why is
base.
it Peter Schmeichel? My goodness. Okay, this Sunil next. United Brighton.
Come on, Sunil.
Sunil, you are going to be in the bad books of
Come
Ridwan
on,
if you don't predict
Sunil.
this well.
Remember, they
You're gonna
stole
make an
Andrew
new
Cole.
enemy.
They stole Andrew Cole from
United,
you,
Brighton. No, I think okay lah. Andrew, the Ten Hag lah. Ten Hag. Okay, Ten Hag. I'll give it to him. He will probably. I think he'll start well lah. 2-0 lah.
2-0 lah. Okay
2-0.
lah, okay
Nick
lah.
it, Nick it.
No.
2-0 lah.
This one no Nikit lah. Okay.
Alright,
Last
then
but
every-
not least.
Everyone will start talking about how Man U gonna win the league.
Okay.
Then we'll continue.
And then there will be a video. January champion.
We only asked to predict one game, not the whole season until January. Yeah. Alright, next one, Dips. West Ham City.
West Ham City.
Oh, this will be a tough game, I think. If
Tough for who, Tips?
But I think it'll be a tough game to predict. But I
Pre-season,
think
pre-season friendly things or
West Ham win lah,
pre-season
West Ham
friendly vibes for them.
I don't know. I see this as a draw return all over. 1-1.
Hey, I think with all the fixtures, right now, if I'm headed to the Singapore pools to place a bet, I'm going to place a bet for this match. West Ham and Man City.
Yeah.
West Ham Man City.
I think they might nick it. The term of the night, nick it. Right?
Nick it.
So, but then you mentioned again, what's the score prediction for West Ham and also Man City?
For me, I said 1-1.
Yeah. 1-1. Okay, fair. Joe, before we wrap up for tonight, Joe, I think you want to run through the last one before we really properly seal this shut for tonight. We want to do the top 4 prediction, guys. Again, tips. We also want to implore those who are still watching us. You look at the timing right now. Just how am I supposed to end my show 90 minutes sharp? Only at the mark of 2 hours, more people are watching us.
Yeah, we have people watching us. Thank you so much, fellas. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Love you lah. All right.
Love you guys.
Okay.
All right,
so,
guys.
Joe, take it over.
Okay,
bro.
we're gonna do. So Jeef will do top 4 since they are the champions last season, and then Zami is
Oi.
gonna do.
You mean
who's gonna do?
Zami should do top
Zam,
four,
is it?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I said the other way around.
One, two, three, four, five, six.
Hey, that wasn't a better. Sorry, it was my tongue.
Joe, why not we do this? All right, we start with Jeef, right? First,
Yeah.
second, and then
First,
Zami
second, correct.
third, fourth. All right, we
Okay.
go in that sequence. All right, can we do that, boys?
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
let's go.
Jeef, first, second, let's go.
Come on, Jeef Dave now. Jeef Dave, come on.
Hey, hold on. How about we do this? Wait, we go from 20 onwards, lah.
No what? Hey,
Yes, let's
Joe.
go.
For 20 onwards lah.
20 onwards.
No. If this is your king going from the back, keep it within your bedroom. Okay. Usually we do from the top to the bottom. First to 20. Nobody does 20 to the first.
No, because at the end of the day, it comes back to him. The last 2. So we do 3. So we do 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, and then
Don't
the
ask
last
start
2
from
will
the
come back
top
to him.
lah. Easy.
Okay lah, Kyle. Start lah, Jeff. Start from the top. Go. Top
Come
2.
On the top.
Jeff. Before you do that, maybe this will actually aid you in your prediction. 47.9% for Liverpool. Man City going with 47%. Spurs 38%. Chelsea 33%.
Where did they get the
Spot
47?
on. I gotta go with his answer. I'm gonna go Liverpool as the league champion. Second will be Man City.
Okay, first,
And
second.
over
No.
the third and fourth. Yeah.
Okay, third and fourth, Zame. So,
Arsenal, Aston Villa.
serious lah. No lah. I'm saying serious lah for Aston Villa, not for Arsenal.
Why not?
Zam.
If you look at it, top 6.
Whatever you're smoking, send over to Malaysia, bro.
Yeah,
Boleh, boleh.
You send some to Yishun can also not.
Can.
Zam, come on, be serious for once. First
Serious
episode.
You ask me. Okay. Serious. Okay, I think
Because this is
it's
a collective
Arsenal.
effort, collective
Okay,
effort.
I will say Arsenal and Chelsea lah.
Okay, so third Arsenal, fourth Chelsea.
Right.
Now you're serious. Okay, fifth and sixth. Sorry, tips. Nothing against Villa.
No, it's okay. I agree. Fourth, my ass.
Alright, we go. Okay.
Fifth and
I'm gonna recap. Okay, so top 4. Here's your top 4 for
I'm
this
having
season.
it. So first is Liverpool, second City, third
Yes.
is Arsenal, Chelsea is 4th.
Come on, Ten Hag pool.
Spurs,
Fifth and sixth.
Spurs 5th. Spurs for 5th and West Ham for 6th.
Ooh, where does that leave Manchester United though?
I got you anyway.
Say it again.
Spurs 5th, West Ham 6th. No, yeah, correct lah. Spurs 5th,
Okay.
West Ham 6th.
Guys, your face will be on this because I will create a poster tomorrow with all your names. Because I say Sunil predicted this.
I mean, you said third Arsenal, 4th Chelsea, right?
Third Arsenal, fourth Chelsea. Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's go. Dib, 7 and 8.
7 and 8. Oh, 7 and 8 will be between Villa and Newcastle lah. So
Villa. That's the
Villa, Newcastle, 7, 8.
correct.
But I think
Newcastle, 7, 8.
I think Newcastle. No. I think Newcastle will take 7. Villa will take 8.
Humble lah this guy. That's why I love Timo. No, you say what you want lah, but he humble. But WhatsApp message slightly different.
Okay, 9 and 10.
Hey,
Okay, 9th and 10. Joe, last year we've got Brighton 9, and I think who ended 10? Was
Leicester
it Villa?
10.
Villa, right? Oh, Leicester
No,
10.
Leicester 10.
Okay.
Hmm.
Wow, 9.
Hey, Man United is not in the list yet, just for your info.
I got million.
I tell you, all of us will be enemies of Ridwan after this because we never put United in the equation.
Hey, he's
Oh,
an
nah.
enemy already.
Next year, end of
He's an
season.
enemy, you see.
He
will
did. He put United as 3rd.
Hey,
Yeah, Ridwan United
Ah,
3rd.
United third.
Thank you, Jeep Dave, for reminding me. Okay, then by default, United will be 9th, unfortunately.
Times 3.
and then And then the 10th position, I got a sneaky feeling Nottingham Forest gonna do bits this season. 10th.
Wow.
Nottingham Forest. Yeah. So Joe,
Okay,
11
now
and
it's
12.
11, right?
It's a bit of a
He got to
memory game
score us
already.
before he-
No, he's going to restart the counting again because
No,
we
United.
because we
I'm
play
gonna-
United
I'm-
9.
I'm-
We're gonna go 11 is Wolves. All right, 11 is Wolves, and who's the other one that is good?
Brighton, bro.
All right, I'm gonna go with Palace.
Palace, huh?
Palace is
11 and 12
11,
with Palace.
12.
Okay, we're left with 7 clubs, guys. 7 clubs is Bournemouth,
Chief, Manchester United,
Brentford,
Chief.
Brighton, Fulham, Leeds.
Leicester, Everton.
Everton.
I'll
How do
go with Leeds
Uh-huh.
Leeds.
and also definitely not gonna be. I'm gonna throw in Southampton, man.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So
Joe?
now it's my turn. Who's that?
Zam.
Zami boy, 15
okay.
and 16.
15 and 16. Okay. I
There
would
is
say
Brentford.
Who are we
There
left
is-
with, Joe?
Fulham.
We are left with Brentford. We're left with Fulham. We are
Everton?
left with
Wolves? Oh, Wolves done, huh?
who's done?
Okay. Fulham 15, Everton 16.
Fulham 15,
Everton.
Everton 16. Huh?
Wow.
Okay, and then who are the 3 relegation? Will be we are left with Bournemouth.
4
We are
teams left.
with
Brighton.
Brentford. We
Brentford.
are left with Brighton.
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 Brighton. And when Southampton?
Southampton,
Done.
14.
14.
14.
Then Leicester.
I just
Leicester?
Southampton 14. Yeah.
Leicester is
Not
yeah.
pick. Leicester not pick, huh?
Three,
Could
guys,
be,
the
could be.
three, is Bournemouth, Brentford, and Leicester.
Okay, you know what? Tell you what. I will change my 15. I will put Everton. 16 will be Leicester.
Okay, Zab is clearly taking this seriously, huh? Okay, so he wants to change. He wants to change the pick already.
Then there should be four teams left, right?
4 teams left lah.
17, 18, 19, 20.
Yeah.
Okay, there's Bournemouth left. All right.
Bournemouth,
There's
one.
Brentford left.
Brentford,
All right. There's Brighton left.
Brighton.
Okay. And then there is
Leeds.
No, Leeds.
Done.
I've chosen
This is 13.
13. Yeah.
Then Southampton.
Southampton is 14.
Cock up, boys, huh?
I'm writing it down.
correct, yeah. I have
We-
this here.
Imagine if we do it from 20, yeah?
Mampus.
Yeah,
Top to
correct,
bottom already struggle. What to do bottom and
Bournemouth.
then up to the top.
Bournemouth, Brentford, Brighton,
Fulham. Is it?
Fulham.
lah.
Fulham,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, because Zami swapped, right?
Brighton, and Fulham.
So,
Okay, come on. So next one.
Let's
No.
go. Bournemouth, Brentford, Brighton, Fulham.
okay, Zunil lah.
I think Brighton will escape lah.
Skip, okay.
I think Brighton will escape, and then the other three will go down lah.
Fulham.
Fulham, Brentford, and Fulham. Shit, what is it again?
You put Brighton as
Hey,
17.
Brighton
This guy.
17. Brighton
Okay.
17. Fulham last.
Okay, Fulham last.
Fulham
Huh?
last, okay.
Fulham last.
Bournemouth,
Then,
Bournemouth and Brentford.
Brentford third last lah. Then
Okay.
Bournemouth
Bournemouth
second
19.
lah.
Okay, so
Okay.
it's settled already.
Okay, Joe. Settle already, Joe. Can you read for us right now? Okay, maybe we let Jif, can you have the honor right now to read Depth Shot's
18 or
collective
so, huh?
effort?
Brentford. Oh, yeah.
Brentford.
I
Yeah.
typed out already. The private chat.
Okay,
Sure.
private chat. All right, go, Jif.
All right.
on.
So the final prediction from Napshot.
Yes,
The
sir.
league champion will be Liverpool, and second
Ooh.
place will be Man City. Third will be Arsenal. Fourth we have Chelsea. We have Spurs
Apa ni?
on fifth place,
Oh,
and then
okay.
we have West Ham 6, Newcastle 7, Aston Villa 8, United 9,
Phew.
4.
Try.
Okay,
to read the straight face.
disclaimer. Those United fans, this is our collective prediction. So don't hit us, especially the Arturo Meo.
Yeah, hit Sunil. Okay.
All right, we'll move on. Forest 10, Wolf 11,
Uh,
Crystal Palace 12, Leeds
Okay.
number 13,
Uh-huh.
Southampton 14, Everton 15, Leicester 16, Brighton number 17, and we have 3 relegation, which is Brentford, Bournemouth, and also Fulham.
Hey, I kind of agree, Ironically, that could probably be the bottom 3. end of season.
Yep.
I think that should be okay. Top four, yeah. That should be okay. So keep that. No change. But the European bubble, imagine the carnage and the hell, man, that's going to be let loose if that number nine really turns into reality.
Like we
But
say, disclaimer. It's our
relax,
collective.
relax.
No
Okay,
need to say
Zam,
disclaimer lah.
Zam, but we also have a bit of an announcement to make. What's gonna happen right now for starting next week onwards? Joe, maybe you want to delete this off so we can have everybody on full. A bit of a good news and a bit of a bad news. All right, so I'll start with the bad news. The bad news is if you think that you really don't fancy us, all right, you feel that we are not your muse, we are not your cup of tea. Guess what? We are coming double starting from next week. All right, so you'll be seeing us twice a week. Okay, so that's the bad news. The good news is you get more shows, of course. So the big focus is going to be split into two, right, Joe? So we are going to have
Yep.
the Tuesday tips and also with Thursday show. Okay, so tips. Maybe you want to explain right now because you might be the front anchor for the Tuesday show for now because of course you are quite limited in terms of your schedule. What's gonna happen, tips, on Tuesday?
All right, people. So as what An said, we're gonna split into two shows. From not next week, but the
Yep.
week after.
Yep.
Next week we're still gonna be back on Wednesday and Thursday because
Thursday.
of National
Day.
So
Tuesday.
we're gonna do back-to-back shows on Wednesday and Thursday. So let me just give you a rundown, right?
Yep.
So next week Wednesday shows and the subsequent Tuesday shows. This show we will do the review of the matches from the weekend before. So we will do a rundown of all the matches that have been played, any surprises, any high-scoring games, any disappointments. So we'll cover that. I'll be running that show together with a couple more people, and then on Thursday we have. An, go ahead.
Hey, so on Thursday, what's gonna happen? Right? No, I was just, I got so caught up in that, that GIF, the sticker, the Indian fella. Okay, so what's gonna happen on Thursday right now? So if Tips is doing the review, I'm going to do the preview show. Okay,
Yep.
so for now, of course, we are going to do a bit of round robin once everything has been actually led up in terms of our schedule. But what's gonna happen on Thursday, boys? It's the European contest. We are talking not about Champions League, about Europa because Arsenal are in Europa, and
Yep.
so is Manchester United. So that
Yep.
is the privilege I have. I can review my own
The
European
best
competition.
competition in Europe.
Yes, Champions League as well to go along, and also we are going to preview as well, Joe. What's coming up? The big ones, of course, over
Yep.
the weekend for the Premier League. So I want to hear more fans. You can be Barcelona, Inter Milan. I don't know, maybe
Just come in.
not so-
Join in.
You can just come in. We're gonna do Champions League. We're gonna do Europa, and of course, we are going to preview the big ones over on the weekend. So twice the fun, twice the trouble with the big focus, and you'll be seeing a lot of new faces in town. So give us all the support and love, okay? And also, in terms of the FPL deadline tips, we are closing
Yep.
this Friday, right?
Yes. So thank you, Ridwan, for the shout out. So guys, I think if you all have not noticed, right? I mean, you must be living under a rock if you haven't noticed that. We're
Yes.
going hard on FPL this year. Prizes to be given out. Just a quick rundown. There's going to be prizes for 8 game weeks. So 4 managers every 8 game weeks will get money, and of course the top 2 winners will get a jersey on their own. And stop it! You're distracting me. That is not part of the prize. Deadline this Friday, 12 p.m. Any entries after that will not be entertained. So guys, if you have any
Hey,
friends,
tips, what's
any
the count right
family,
now, tips? Have we hit 100?
Yeah, we've hit 100.
Woo!
Yeah.
Thank you,
Right.
fellas. Thank
So
you.
guys, this is very competitive. So to everyone who has joined, whether you're watching or not now, thank you very much. The response has been overwhelming. It's the first time we're doing this initiative with prizes, and
Yeah.
thank you very
Yeah.
much. But it's still open for another 1.5 more days. Tune in, plug this to your friends. Please share the word.
Yes, yes.
It won't take you very long to like and share our post on Facebook. Just with a snap of the finger, just share it. Don't even have to put any caption. Just do it for us.
Yes.
And may the best manager win.
See my face also. Yes, we will be seeing Faris's face as well. And thank you so much. So Faris as well. Anyway, before Ridwan's fashion, he has actually broken us the This is brand new. Nobody have actually known this deal except for Ridwan. In the
We have our own Fabrizio Romano.
Casper Schmeichel, not
has
Peter
been nicely
Schmeichel.
done deal.
Yeah, not Casper, not Peter, but Casper has sealed his move to Nice, of course. All right, and then of course we've got Victor. Congrats, guys. Whoa,
Oh,
I told you right. No such thing as 90 minutes with the big focus.
it would have happened. It would have happened.
It would have happened, but for United finishing
But the
ninth.
thing is, we just needed to do it today.
We needed to do it. But good to have Joe back in town. Of course,
Thank you, guys.
Jiv has been manning the fort brilliantly over, I think, the last quarter before we actually shut shop.
Yes.
He's been doing the clubhouse. Jiv, clubhouse will still go on, right, Jiv? So if we
Yep.
have you want to tune into our clubhouse, that's going to happen weekend. If we feel like doing it, especially after a big defeat suffered by Liverpool, straight away
Get on.
clubhouse.
Yeah, straight
Only
away.
when Liverpool suffers a defeat. All right,
Yeah.
or a draw. Okay, so that is something that is going to be.
So the show will never happen lah.
Very hard lah. Very hard. Very hard. Action. I should have used Liverpool. Okay. And then, so these are some of the stuff that's happening. Okay. You should have split it into two halves.
It's okay. It's okay.
Dave, DM. Can you please DM Jiff? All right, for all this information and all these tips. Hey, but happy to have everybody in town. See more of Sunil Haizam, of course, tips, Joe, and also Jiff Anwari as well. Next week, Wednesday, Thursday. Remember, guys. Next week, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't know who's going to be on roster, but do watch out for our poster. But for now, come on, you Gunners. Thank you so much, guys. Love you to bits, man.
Guys.
See you next week, 9 p.m. 2 shows.
We will be back.
Keep it locked here. Snapshot Studio, baby.
Bye, guys.
Hey, Joe, play the intro. Play the intro.
Before that.
Right about now.